We is live. Hello, hello, hello. Facebook and YouTube. We is in this bitch.
Y'all is
Helena
trying better
Hologram. This
tonight.
is her show. Just in case y'all hopping on and saying, "Ah, Nikki, what's going on?" Well, this is Helena Hologram show. This is Hey Bitches,
Hey,
and
bitches.
I'm a
All
guy.
right. I'm the originator of Hey, bitches, honey. I'm often imitated, never lubricated, honey. I'm the one and the only. Hey, bitches, what's going on? You know, we have certain things that we do here. No children allowed at any given point in time. And that means age wise and mental wise, because everybody can't handle what we have to say, but we have to say what we have to say. So, honey, I advise you if this is your first time, put your seatbelt on, get ready, because we fitting to go.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about shit that your mother never told you, okay?
Ooh.
Okay, that's the kind of shit we do on Hey Bitches Live, honey, because I'm just that. I'm that bitch, honey. Trust me. Ooh.
All right. All
And
right,
for
you
those of you
guys.
who don't know, this
Anybody
is
in here?
my
Can y'all put in some comments so we can make sure that we can see y'all comments and stuff? Me and Helena won't really be reading them. Eric will whenever he pops back in here. But just somebody throw up something real quick because I don't see nothing. We is live. Hello, hello, Eric.
All right. Hold on. Y'all hear me?
yep.
Yes, we can hear
This
you.
is Eric Buckner. I'm also research department and technical support. I will be on reading your comments as always, y'all. Y'all keep it respectful, but the show must go on and it will go on. Keep it pushing, H2. We got you, boo.
Yes, we will. Tonight, our topics are two topics that are near and dear to my heart. The first topic we're going to talk about
Where
is
you go, Nikki?
where on Nikki go?
I know, right? Now you done left your show, Nikki. What's going
Oh,
on?
sorry.
The
Don't
devil
get
is a lie. I'm trying to tell you. Don't you ever do that again. That's almost like a children walking away from a car and you don't know where the hell they went. Don't play with me, woman.
I'm Mommy, I'm sorry. I was I was just trying to make sure the comments and stuff was turned on. I'm sorry.
Okay, because besides Miss Pat, I'm the elder in the group right now. Okay.
Yes, God, and I totally bow down and respect it.
All right.
Sorry. Sorry, Ma,
But
sorry.
But y'all, what we want to know, what we want y'all to know is any musical sounds you hear in the background, you hear somebody moaning and groaning, we don't own the rights to nothing. We only own the rights to what comes out of our mouth. All opinions, thoughts, and all of those things, they belong to us. They don't belong to any agency connected to us. My mouth is my mouth, and I own up to my own shit. That's why I'm grown. Okay. All right. So we're gonna get started about this wonderful thing that I hold near and dear to my heart is being a parent of gay children of gay. And see, my thing is, me and Nikki have that in common, but I go a step further because I'm a parent of a gay child and I'm also gay. So what we're here to do basically is to kill some of the myths that you may have about being a gay parent, and there's myths that if the parent is gay, the child is going to be gay, and there's myths that if you grow up around all girls, you're going to be gay. Well, guess the hell what? I'm the youngest of 10. I have 8 brothers and 1 sister. Talk to me, somebody. What happened?
I think that just proves what we always say. You're gonna be who you're gonna be, and it don't matter what you was raised around, who you was raised around, what happened, who was trying to beat the Bible into you, and all kinds of stuff. You're gonna be what you're gonna be.
And
Okay,
I am
y'all.
fabulous just where I am.
From the comment section, we done found our peoples. Leah's in the house. What's up, Princess Leah? She says, I'm here.
Hey,
Pernicia, are you
princess.
here? Yes, Miss Pat is in the building. She found us. Amy done found us again. Hey, Amy. We about to track down all the rest of the crew. We about to send out the Nighthawk signal. Y'all keep it
Yeah.
moving, y'all.
That's what we do. So what we're here to do is we're here to kill any myths that you may have, that you may think that because we are parents and we have gay children that we can send these radars to our children, these microwaves, and it's not true. And you know what? The best thing I can tell you, if you want to know, ask somebody. Stop being that bitch on the outside looking in and you coming up with all these goddamn conclusions, honey. That's not how it happens. No.
They
Right church,
listen.
wrong pew.
I have people ask me all the time, "Well, how you feel about that?" I be like this. Well, what you mean? Because if you being that nosy to ask me how I feel about that, then you must feel like I feel some type of way about that. So
And that's why,
explain to me what you mean when you ask me how do I feel about that.
because you know what, more
Mhm.
than likely, there could have been one of them parents who children who came out and they decided to kick them out. So they're going to ask the question, so
Mhm.
how do you feel about it? How do you cope with it? I cope with it like a parent would cope with a child. Even if my child was heterosexual, I deal with it the same way.
Listen,
I'm just as scared for my gay child as I'm scared for my straight child. I come to tell you that shit don't change because of the child's
exactly.
sexual preference.
Exactly. At the end of the day, I look at it like this. You want to know how it affects me or how I feel about it? Y'all see me with my kids all the goddamn time. Do it look like I give a fuck? Do it look like I was this? No, I never was that parent. I know sometimes we do have parents who, they're in shock at first and then they got to come around to it. Well, sorry, I wasn't one of them. I was
Me
like this.
either.
And I tell the story all the time. Like my kids have told the story. We had started a documentary one. Our baby sis Tay. Y'all don't never get to see Latavia, but she's part of the Night Hall Network too, because she is Disha T and everything. But she be at work all the time, so y'all get to see her, but y'all will see her comments sometimes. Tay has
Right.
started a documentary on people doing their coming out story, and she
Mm-hmm.
interviewed my daughters and Meech and all kinds of stuff. And it was so funny because when I hear them talk about the story, they let people know they were so scared to tell me. And so they was like, "Oh my God, how we gonna tell her? How we gonna tell her? How we gonna tell her?" At the time of my life, at that time, I was going through some real deep shit in my life. Like my life was being threatened at that time by
Right.
somebody who felt like I belonged to them for real. Like I belong to them for real, and you're crazy, and so no, the fuck I don't. So we was going through that portion in my life. So when they both said, "Mom, we got to tell you something," the first thing came to my mind because I think they were 16 to 17, 16 to 17.
Mm-hmm.
Mom, we got to tell you something. First thing I said is, one of you bitches say y'all pregnant, I swear to God, I'm gonna beat the because this ain't the plan. Y'all know because
Right.
my daughters were perform. My daughters are rappers and my daughters are good. My daughters are good. They was all over, in Philly. They would do like that whole summer tour and stuff. Be the youngest ones on the tour with the old heads, like the Intruders and the Blue Notes, and it was like they would be on tour with them doing all the shows. They was the youngest. They was the only girls, and they was the only rappers, and they would hold their own. So I'm like, in my mind, like, no, the fuck, I didn't do. We ain't just do all this work and one of you help us mama say y'all pregnant.
Right. Right.
It's a
Right.
big problem.
Okay, y'all.
Child.
We got comments for days right now. Let me get in for a minute.
All right, go
I'm
ahead,
on
get
the
it.
combo right now. My personal comment, you goddamn right. Keep it moving. Uh, Miss Pat says, I love Helena. She keeps it real. Okay. Amy
Okay.
said, I didn't know you were one of 10. Big families are the best. We
Not
still looking for JoJo. We're going to find him in a minute. Okay. Amy saying, first of all, gay isn't a choice. If you think gay parents make gay children, then assuming the kids choose to be gay like your parents. False. That's right. Tell them, friend Amy.
Absolutely false.
Miss Pat says that that's not true. This pisses me off. People are loving humans. I will tell that bitch how you deal with yourself every morning looking in the mirror. You hillbilly whore bitch. Miss Pat is going hard in the motherfucking paint.
Miss Pat
Okay,
don't like
So,
nobody
Naomi
to
is
so
in
wait,
the
disrespect her.
building. What's going on? Naomi in the house. Hey, Miss Red. Hey, family. And Amy is saying, dang, what did I miss?
Naomi in
We ain't
there.
missing nothing.
That's
We
that's
right in the midst
Cupcake.
of it,
That's
y'all.
Brad's wife, I believe. I think that's who
Yep,
that is.
yep, that is. So yeah, y'all keep
Okay.
it going. I'm gonna pop in every now and then and let you know what's being said.
What's being
Keep
said?
the
Okay.
party going, y'all.
Okay. So when they said we gotta tell you something, I'm like, okay. So then these two fools, and they because they my when you guys see my daughters, I know most people think they're twins. They're not. They're a year and 4 days apart, but they do look exactly alike. So sometimes people don't know who they see, and it's cool. It's been their way their whole life. So they do
Right.
everything together. Like they talk together and everything. Even though we're 900 miles away, they still be doing shit the same. It's weird. So
Right.
they said, we gay. This was my exact face. Both of y'all, they said, yeah. I said, I don't give a fuck. Excuse my friend. That was what I said. What I said was, I raised y'all to be good people. Anything other than that, I don't care about.
Right.
I don't care. Like, now I will tell you, I'm not even gonna hold y'all. My daughters are beautiful, right? So I did have like a little complex in the beginning, like, well, why y'all gotta be the boy looking one? Because I like when they all dialed up because they my girl. But eventually I came around because it was like, this is who they are. This is who they are. And I mean, that if anybody ever asked me did I have a problem, that was the only problem that I had, because I didn't want to see my daughters dressing like boys or whatever. But then they clarified for me, I don't want to be no man. I like to dress comfortable. So my girls, you will see them in almost like a unisex look all the time. They just got on jeans and t-shirts and stuff all the time. Their hair just happened to be twisted most of the time. And you can't tell them apart from my sons. Because I remember the one time I really did really get mad. And y'all know I tell y'all I'm transparent as hell. My daughter was at Lincoln University, going up there to take my baby some groceries. You know, she all in the dorm. And I'm about to take her some groceries and more laundry detergent and everything. Now, mind you, she had just asked me to do her damn hair like a couple days before then, right? And she got braids. You know, I do hair, so she had braids and everything in there. I took hours and hours to do your hair, Heifer. You asked me. I didn't offer it. You asked me. I got there. All the braids was out. She had like 6 straight backs. Now, her girlfriend at the time had went to the school too, right? And she's really a model. Like, she's really a model. And she was gorgeous. And when she came down the hall, I said, you want to tell me why the fuck? And I had my little son with, my son was little at the time. I said, you want to tell me why the fuck you look like Redman and this bitch look like a fucking beauty queen? I was mad. I started crying at everything. I swear to God. I swear to God. So it's not that I didn't have any issues. I just don't have no issues with their sexual preference. I just don't. And I'm going to say the same things to any of my kids about relationships. I'm going to step in if I think the relationship ain't what it's supposed to be. I'm being your mom. It don't have nothing to do with if it's a girl, if it's a guy. I tell my sons the same shit I tell my daughters. If one of my daughters brings somebody around and I don't like they fucking energy and I don't think they whatever, I'm going to say something. Now, do that mean that they're going to listen? No.
Right.
And I don't really expect them to, because they're grown. All my kids are grown. The youngest ones are 23.
Okay,
but,
y'all.
But I give them the same shit that I give the boys. You know what I do? You know what I mean? It doesn't matter to me. As long as ain't nobody putting their hands on you. Well, not like that. I ain't got nothing to do with your damn relationship. That ain't my business.
Okay, here's the deal. My personal comment, people is people. Just because you got different sexual preference don't mean you my daughter nonetheless or my son nonetheless. Deal with that. Okay, we got comments. Yes, that is misread, by the way. She did confirm. Leah saying the number one misconception about masculine appearing lesbians, we want to be men. Nah, I got my own problems as a black woman. I'm good. LOL, says Leah.
Yes, come on,
says, I just like people, not want to see people happy. I agree. And she also says, and I quote, I will curse a bitch out, asking some dumbass questions. Miss Pat, the real deal, y'all.
Come on, Miss Pat.
You know what? Like I said earlier, you know, I've been blessed to get to the point that I'm so comfortable with my authentic self. That's why I tell people, you call me what I tell you to call me. You don't call me what you choose to call me. You don't have that right. When you think about my pronouns right now, I am her. But if you are close to me, you might call me daddy or mommy. My pronouns aren't according to what you think you should call me. My pronouns are according to what I tell you to call me. Period.
You better come on. Listen, I wish I had the clips from when my daughter, and it was like one of her best friends, I call her my niece, right? Them two did a show called Ask a Dyke.
Ooh.
Child. Now, I'm going to tell y'all right now. At the time, because this was a while ago, I said to my daughter, I said, well, listen, I'm not going to watch it live because I don't know if I'm ready to hear all of it, but I'm going to watch it after, right? When I tell y'all, I watched that thing after and I wish I would have watched it live. That was the funniest shit ever seen in my fucking life. They had me couldn't breathe. My daughter was like, no, I don't want to be no damn boy. Yes, I still wear panties. Damn it, I still get a period. She they was going up. That shit was so hilarious that I was mad that I didn't actually watch it live. But you know, as a mom, I'm like, all right, this for them. They didn't really say, Mom, we want you to watch. So I'm like, I don't know. They might say some shit that I really don't want to hear. Because if you start telling me some stuff that's happening in the bedroom, I might not want to listen. So I'm gonna listen after, so I don't,
Right.
be done take some shit in.
Right.
But child, I swear to God, they had that shit was hilarious because they was just knocking down all the myths and stuff, and people needed to hear it. So
Now
I
my
was really proud of them for that.
when I found out my daughter, but this is how I am as a parent. I kind of always knew, but that was irrelevant because it didn't matter, and it didn't matter until she told me. I ain't give a fuck what I was thinking. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't my place for her to pull out what I thought she was. But then the gag to that was when she came out to her mother first. I was like, oh, well, okay, bitch. I said, I'm the gay one. Don't you think you want to come out to me first? I got my feelings on it. What the fuck is going on
Mm. Well, I had it all wrong, H2. Shit. When they told me together, I looked and I said, well, Cole, you too? And Keisha was like, she knew about herself before I did. Because when I started thinking about it, like Keisha was more tomboyish. You know what I mean? They would do shows and they would be dressed girly and stuff like that. Child, by the time we got backstage, the weave was out. She was in some ball shorts and all kinds of shit. So I was like, okay. All right, I was like, I didn't see it coming from Cole because if you look at all Cole pictures and stuff, first of all, Cole will strut her ass in some motherfucking heels. Do you understand me? And would love to get all dressed up and stuff. So I was like, when I'm looking at the pictures, I said, I can see in the old pictures, Keisha always looked like, I don't want to be in none of this bullshit. Right. Because where they went to school at, it was a fucking ball for everything. H2, I swear to God, the winter ball, the spring ball, the fall ball, the motherfucking military ball, this ball, that ball, the twilight ball, it was a ball every 5 fucking minutes. Dang. So at the time when I didn't know, it's like my daughter's the ball. All the boys are coming to ass. I got to make sure they cute and make sure. So I have them fly as hell all the time. And when I look back at the pictures, I'm like, oh, Keisha looked miserable as hell. She looked like, if y'all don't get me out of this shit. And Cole was always smiling like, hey, I'm here, bitches.
Now see, my daughter's mother, she's like, now my daughter like your daughter. She said, but look, Daddy, I do not want to be a man. She says, I still get my period. I still wear whatever I need to wear. I wear panties when I need them at a certain time. No, but their mother, we was in a store one time and my daughter was paying for something and the cashier said, thank you, sir. That's not a fucking sir. That's a whole woman. What did I say, girl? I was like, girl, calm down, honey. Calm down, girl. I got an image to hold up on. You can't be acting all like that puppet with me out here, girl.
Okay, hold on. We got comments. Here we go. Amy is saying female dressing as a male wanting to be a man is transgender. Female dressing like a male wanting to be a woman is a tomboy. Female dressing like a man that likes women and wants to be a woman, lesbian. It's honestly not that hard.
Right.
Miss Patty saying Helena Hologram knows I will sometimes. She has to tell me to calm down. Because Miss Pat don't play that by her Helena. And she says, oh, well, you got to say that part.
Yeah, I
can't do it like that.
Leah said she got round. She'll be right back.
Yeah, Leah cracking up. Okay, Amy's also saying, I just don't understand why there has to be such a stigma around how people dress. I saw a guy working at Petco with a full beard, purple eyeshadow, and red lipstick. What did I do?
You better come on.
Check out.
All the people down here in Atlanta be like that.
Because people can dress however they want.
The queens down here in Atlanta, they beard be just as full and shaped up like a mug, and they will have on a whole beat face and some heels, honey.
Okay.
The first time I saw it, I was like, well, wait a damn minute.
That's just like people don't realize that there are men who are
still
men,
trying to catch up with us.
But they are more. There are men who are men, but they dress every day as women because they feel comfortable. First of all, like I said, you can't take nobody's feminine or masculine energy and put them into the box that you want them to be in. I have
Right.
masculine and feminine energy. So what, but you know what? Before I came out, I was in a box. I'm not in a box no more. And I'm not going to allow nobody to put me in a box. If you need to know something, the word of God said we as a people will perish for a lack of knowledge. You know why you don't know? Because you ain't asked no damn body. If you want
And
to know,
that's the thing. Don't be scared to ask. If you really not sure about something or you confused about something, as long as you ain't coming to at us in no disrespectful way, baby, your
my
questions can
point.
get answered.
And that's the thing, you have misconception. If I'm not, if you come at me in a polite manner, then I don't have no problem with. And like I said before, your delivery will determine my reaction.
Yup. I know a lot of times Cole would tell me, will say, we've been in the store one time, sometimes it confuses little kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then and I heard the little baby say, "Are you a boy or a girl?" And my daughter said, "What do you think I am? Whatever you think I am, it's okay." That's what she said. Whatever you think I am, it's okay.
Yeah, and see,
Yeah.
when like I said, when in this business, they think that because we have gay children, we raise our gay children different than we raise our straight children. I don't know where you got that bullshit from. My child is my child. Her sexual preference has nothing to do with how I'm going to raise her. You need to know that it has nothing at all to do. Because
Because
that's almost trying to say that I'm gonna say
if
my
that
gay
was the case,
children.
then why do I have gay children then? I'm not gay.
But
They're
why
gonna
would
be
I
who they're
raise
gonna
my gay?
be, and they're attracted to what they're attracted to, and that's nobody's. It's first of all, I'm gonna stop saying fault because it's not a fault. It's who you are, and like we always say, like what we tell them, don't come at me talking about God don't make no mistakes, and then try to pray the gay out of somebody. Get the fuck out of here with that. That's an oxymoron, okay? I
Right
don't
church, wrong
appreciate
pew
those
right now.
parents who do their kids like that. I know there a few of my kids' friends where the parents think you want to pray it out of them or embarrass it out of them and stuff like that. That's abuse. That's
And
abuse. You will have that
and this
child
time,
somewhere ready to kill themselves
That's
because
some
you trying to
bullshit.
pray it out of them. You
Right.
trying to
Y'all
scare it
remember
out
that
of them,
episode
beat
of
it out
Star?
of them.
Y'all remember that episode of Star when Tyrese was the preacher and he called himself trying to pray it out of old girl? That was some
Yes.
bullshit.
that's
That was
just
just like
like
it was. Go ahead. What's that?
it, my thing is this. My love for my child is no different for my straight children as it is my gay children. As a parent, I love my child no matter what. And the sad thing about it is a lot of these parents don't want to know. And this is the holiday time of the season. I'm not being petty or whatever, but this is not the time to kick your child out. It's no right time to kick your child out,
There's no
period.
right
Because at the
time
end
to
of the
kick them
day,
out.
that's gonna be your child until the day they die.
Exactly. And why? See, this is the thing. People need to be a little bit more understanding because you're so quick to throw your kids away. Somebody would have threw you away for anything that you thought they thought was a fault of yours.
What if somebody threw you away because you had a child out of wedlock? My daughter is all of my children are my world. I love them, and I'm not now. And I thought it would be a little different because I am in the life, but then
Right.
it had a little twist to it because my gay child is a girl, so that has a different dynamics than if my gay child was a boy. So I had
She
to
gonna kill.
I had to
Sorry,
learn.
sorry.
I had to learn from my daughter that just because a lesbian looks masculine does not mean that she wants to be a damn man.
Right. I had to learn. You guys, I had to learn that too. From the very beginning, I had to learn that. And you have to think about it like me and my younger daughter, Cole, the one who lives in Atlanta here, we live here together. When we were in Philly the last time, we had like a breakthrough. Like I said, I've never had a problem with her being gay, but it was some stuff that she felt like I didn't understand before. And we had a real like me and her crying conversation, and I had to explain to her that I didn't know certain things because when she was saying, "Mom, you was having me dressed like a girl," blah, 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 and I'm like, but I didn't know that you were feeling otherwise, that you didn't want to do that. So
Right.
even though I apologize, I can't be sorry at the time because at the time I didn't know. So I didn't
Right.
know that that was making you uncomfortable. You had to understand that from me. And just like, I know other parents may not be able to get it as quickly as I got it about you guys being gay. Like when I said I didn't like the fact that y'all was dressing like boys. I said, so you got to give me a chance to understand all of it. Just like
Right.
some parents can't get the fact that their kids is gay, period. Like they don't want to hear it.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? So I said I needed to get used to my my girls looking all pretty and dolled up to now just throwing on some jeans and t-shirts all the time. And like I said, my daughter's in the entertainment business. And back then, it wasn't nobody willing to take a chance on like the way they took a chance on Young M.A. and stuff like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, you could be gay, absolutely. You could be gay in business, but the only one that you saw looking on the masculine side was Michelle and Ocello.
Right. 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 Right.
You know what I'm saying? And nobody ever said it. It was just implied.
Right.
Nobody even
But
said it.
that's almost like with after all those years of all the years that Luther Vandross was in entertainment, he never personally came out his own mouth and
He
told
never,
nobody that he
yeah,
was
but
gay.
we all knew. We all knew, but nobody said it. Same thing like with Freddie Jackson and stuff. But when you're thinking about two teenage female rappers at the time, I'm already fighting the companies who were trying to sign them. They're telling them, "Low, listen, no, I will not sex my daughters up. I will
Right.
not Foxy Brown and Little Kim them. They look girly, but they was not looking trashy. They didn't have on those short shit and cut off, and they was always covered just looking like girls, like being in pink, or even if they had on camo and stuff like that, it was like pink camo and shit like that. So I was already fighting with people about not sexing them up. And now we flip to you guys are telling me this. And even though I was their manager at the time, I had to say I didn't know how to market that. I didn't.
Right. Right.
Okay.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And then people that I would reach out to, nobody wanted as many as them motherfuckers who say, "Oh, we love the girls, they this, they that, da, da, da." When I tell them, listen, this is what it is now. Oh, we'll get back to you.
Okay, y'all. We got comments.
They're the same
I got
young girls that
questions.
was spitting fire better than any of the boys on any stage, will take anybody down that y'all all loved as long as they was dressing like girls.
Okay,
Right.
I got comments, y'all. Uh,
Okay.
all right. One, we still trying to track down JoJo. Okay, question, Nikki, is this streaming on
Yes.
your YouTube page as well?
It should be.
Okay, so that's the plan B. I got that. Okay. Meanwhile, here's everybody else. Miss Pat said I went to JoJo's page. We are on Helena's post. We gonna find JoJo. Give me a second. I
Okay.
wish someone would say that about my friends. When I am around, I will make that bitch cry with my words. Yeah, Miss
Yeah,
Pat, I'm glad you on my
That must
team.
be Miss Pat. I knew who that
yeah,
was.
yes,
Hmm.
we
Okay,
on my
Amy
YouTube
said,
thing too. E. Yeah,
yep.
we on my YouTube.
Okay, I got it. Okay, Amy said I had a mohawk in high school for a bit, and people called me a lesbian and asked if I was trying to be a guy. I asked them, yep. Okay, hold on, JoJo. Okay, I asked them what was wrong with being a lesbian, even though I'm not. And then she said,
Mm-hmm.
if you can't tell if I'm a guy or a girl, then you shouldn't ask, idiots. Miss Pat
Come
says,
on.
why would anyone kick their child out? That's their child. Exactly. Leah's
I
back
don't
from the
understand that,
basement.
Miss Pat.
Thank you, Leah. Okay, Miss Pat says, we all know about Freddie and Luther. I got a story about Freddie, by the way. Helena Hologram. Adolphus used to tell me all the time about Freddie Jackson, used to try to date him. No, actually, one of my old roommates in college, he did date her cousin, and they had the pictures and all. Yeah, Freddie was out there like that. Okay, I love
Mm-hmm.
Missy Elliott for showing the world that you could be a badass bitch and dress masculine. Yes, Amy, agreed. LOL, says Miss Pat. Helena know who it. She know what it is for real though. Okay, I'm about to track down Amy Sample and JoJo. Y'all keep it going.
But
Okay.
yeah, see, my thing is, I looked up some statistics, and in all of the youth, all of the youth that are homeless, At least 45% of them are LBGTQ, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, yeah, the alphabet.
Don't you start
At
that
least 40,
shit tonight.
at least
No.
45% of them are from the alphabet community. And that's really, first of all, it's sad for any youth to be fucking homeless, period. Especially if you have living parents.
First of all, you should have a living village. So even if your parents ain't around, there's some aunties, cousins, uncles, somebody that should be maybe sure they looking out for you. And this is the thing too, because we got to talk about not just the ones who parents kicked them out, but the ones who never told their parents because their parents done gave them this idea that that ain't right. So they done, they
Right,
scared to come to you.
right,
They can't even
right.
come and talk to you about it, so they leave.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, I know people like that. They'll leave, and then when their parents come around, they'll make their boyfriend leave the apartment, their girlfriend have to leave the apartment, and they live by themselves. Or if their parents come around, what they'll do is they'll say like, "This my homeboy," or "This my or this my best friend." Girl,
Ooh.
I've been there, did that, got the t-shirts to prove it. Do you hear what the fuck I'm telling you?
Listen, I'm trying to take the how you take the thing. Okay, there we go. Okay, so E can do the ones from Facebook, and then if anybody come on YouTube, I can see those. I don't know what's going on with these YouTube comments, but I mean with Facebook don't want to show me the comments. So E, I can see
Yeah,
again, I can
I
see the
still got the
YouTube one.
Facebook comments. JoJo
Okay,
got
I
you on
can see the
YouTube
YouTube
now.
one. So if anybody jump up on YouTube, I can see those. So
Yep,
you go ahead and YouTube and the Facebook. I mean, you go with the Facebook and the YouTube ones. I'll just put up. JoJo is on the YouTube.
yep, we found you. All right, JoJo, I told you we got you, bro. Thanks for hanging in there.
Thank you, JoJo. We
Okay.
love you. Mwah.
Yep, Miss
I
Fanifa
thought,
saying, but that's their business. Everybody's business is not everybody's business. True that. True that. Thank
but
you,
you know
everybody,
what?
for hanging in with the show. We appreciate you.
Did Coach Vince make it over?
Still looking for Vince. Hold on. We're gonna get him.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you this thing. Um, One thing I'm grateful for was that me and my ex-wife, when my daughter came out, we were both on the same page because you know that can cause friction in the family too. If one parent thinks one way and another parent thinks another way. You know, my thing was I love my daughter and I appreciate it. My only concern with her is I just don't want her to get hurt, period.
Me too. That's how I feel. Like I don't
And
give
that's
a fuck if it's another girl, if it's another boy. I don't give a fuck. I just don't want my babies hurt.
and
I
that's
see
what
my
all of
baby
my
stressed
children,
out over that shit. I be like that about all of them. That's across the
all of
board.
all of them. You know, and I know it's not easy, but you know what? People have to realize that there are actually support group for parents who haven't coped with the fact that their child is gay. It's a lot of people out there. I mean, Google it, look in your area, and do what you need to do because when a child comes out, one of the most important things for them is to have parental support.
They need to know that they love. They really need to know that they are loved. Like I think in my situation, my ex-husband, do you, to be perfectly honest, he's never addressed it. He's never said anything one way or the other about it, which I know it hurts the one who lives here, the younger one.
Mm-hmm.
My other daughter just couldn't give a flying fuck. She be in his face all day, every day. she,
Right.
I think sometimes she do shit to make him uncomfortable, but
And that's like with
uh,
me now. I never verbally told my parents that I was gay. But check this out, honey. I'm the youngest of 10. You don't think one of my siblings went to my mother and father and say, Daddy, you know Big Rick is a big old sister. You know that happened. But it's something that we now I know for a fact that if they had asked me at any given point in time, well, my nickname is Big Rick. Big Rick, you gay? I would say yes, but they never asked me. So with them, it was always the elephant in the room. But the elephant was in the room because they allowed it to be in the room.
and that's why I say what I say all the time, Helena. Don't be bitter, be better. So we
That's it.
know that there are things that our parents and grandparents and stuff may have never talked about, never outright said, but now we have the opportunity to break some of that. Some shit need to be talked about. You know
It
what I
do
mean?
because you
Because
got to realize. Like I tell people all the time, I'm 55. I say y'all have to realize things. I say when I was growing up, You was either a sissy, a faggot, or a punk. You wasn't even called gay.
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, my cousin Lenny, like I told y'all, my cousin Lenny, I loved him to death. But Lenny will be the first one to say, I'm the biggest faggot around here and I will still fuck you up.
Plain and simple. Don't never let
And ain't nobody fuck
these
with him
cheap
like
dresses
that.
fool you, honey, because I'm a whole man.
I mean, because the bottom line is, folks, it's 2020. You got to adapt to the times. Yeah, there's still old school Bible people that look at it a certain way or whatnot. It is what it is. But that same Bible that I read says, "Judge, let you not be judged." Your relationship with God and their relationship with God is two different things. When it's time to be judged, if God want to deal with you, leave that to Him.
You know
What
what?
is it like?
And that's what I wanted to tell y'all tonight. I am so thankful for the Nighthawk Network, and you guys have actually helped me to get deeper into my authentic, me being authentic to myself. Because you know what, there's a time, and people need to realize there's a process to coming out, and there's a process to accepting somebody that's coming out. Listen to what I'm saying. There's a story here. There's a process to coming out, and the process is you have to feel around, and that's what Nick was saying, that some people come out so late. The process for me was the late process.
Right. Okay. The bottom line,
and when somebody tell you, first. Right, and like what Nikki said, the process, when somebody tell you, she said she could accept the fact that her children were gay, but it was hard for her to accept the fact that they dress like, it's a process. I mean, some people can accept it right off bat and it's fine, but you got to give somebody time to accept it and be able to deal with the process. The process is different for coming out, and the process is different for people accepting you coming out.
Right.
Okay, now hold on. We got a comment
from Jojo. Wait a minute, let me put that one up there. Exactly, y'all. Only God can judge, but He loves all of us equally. Y'all better and He does. That's what I'm saying. Like even if in your mind you thought being gay was a sin, well, guess what? Sin is a sin.
No big sin, no little sin.
So don't be pointing your fingers at nobody else. Worry about the sins you're going to have to atone for. While you so busy persecuting somebody else, you growing your own goddamn sins, because you shouldn't be trying to judge and persecute nobody. Mind your business. If it ain't for you, it ain't for you.
Those who live in glass houses should not throw stones.
You better.
And I don't know about nobody else, but bitch, I done lived in a couple of glass houses in my day.
Okay, now here we go. Amy saying my uncle was disowned and kicked out as a teen for being gay. He went through drug addiction before going to nursing school and turning things around. He ultimately took his own life in his 40s due to mental issues stemming from childhood.
And that's the thing. Like, you have to make sure your kids know that you love them, no matter what. Like, man, listen. I tell people a lot. Like, when I was growing up, materially, I had everything. Because, like, I always like to say, "Ooh, child, I'm a gangster's daughter." And at the time, my mother was a gangster's wife. So materially, I had everything. But because my dad would do the things that he did from time to time, my dad was gone. And my mom would be somewhere jet setting. She did, I had the finest of everything. But because they were gone, things happened to me that shouldn't have happened to me. Because it wasn't like and in the 80s, like crack hit everybody, but that didn't hit my mom until I was almost grown. My mom, I was 17.
Okay, I got a question.
I didn't look at the excuse for.
I got a
go
question.
Ahead.
Coach hit me up. He wants to know if he can call in. I can make that happen on this end if it's cool with you.
Yeah, because I didn't. Oh God, I got to do my Google Voice thing again. But yeah, you can let me come in. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wait, you got SH2. This ain't Let's Talk Without Nikki. This ain't bitches.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just. It really boils down to, it's like certain things need a goddamn handbook. And then that don't even make a difference because half of the bitches ain't gonna read. You have the living handbook. Come on here, somebody. You have the living handbook with you. Your handbook can tell you what they like, what they don't like, what life they're trying to live, what life they're not trying to live, what bridge they're gonna cross, what street they're gonna cross. You have the living handbook. Ask your child.
That's all. That's all. Ask them. Because I'm gonna tell you something, and y'all all know because we all is around the same age. There are things that sometimes you just can't forget as a child. And I will tell you, when I was little, like up until I had my son, you guys, I had my son when I was right before I turned 17, right?
Mm-hmm.
Up until I got pregnant with my son, well, shit, actually 4 something months into having my son, because I didn't even know I was pregnant. So I was 4.5 months. But gymnastics had been my sport since a little girl.
Oh
And I
wow! Go
remember
ahead now,
one
you
time,
Comanche bitch.
that
Who
was
was you?
my
No,
big,
no,
okay?
no. In the eighties, you was watching Mary Lou
I was
Retton.
watching Mary Lou Retton, but you remember, I had been doing it since I was 5. So Nadia was my very first, she was my
No,
very first superhero.
Nadia
Nadia Comaneci was
Comanche.
everything. She was the reason why I started tossing my ass around all over the damn place. I thought
What?
that was amazing. But I remember one time, all I wanted was for my mother to come into the gym. You know, I went to this gym, all white kids. I'm the only black kid in there, you know, because at the time, like I said, my mom and them, when it came to materialistic stuff, had the best of everything. All I wanted her to do was come in and see what I had been practicing for weeks. When I tell you my back was fucked up from falling so many times, scraping it on that spring, I did this fly ass back handspring off the balance beam. Just wanted her, I finally got it. All I wanted her to do was come in and see. She was like, girl, anybody got time for that? Get your shit and come on. So y'all know when I was grown, married, and living in another goddamn country, that shit still was hurting me. So where I had to call my mom, and y'all know it's a 6-hour time difference. And I said, I really just need to tell you this because I don't think you know how bad that hurt me. My
Okay.
mother, everybody around us knew that I could sing. My mother didn't know
Wow.
Well, okay. All right, we got comments. Leah saying, Amy, I'm so sorry to hear that. It's stories like these that break my heart.
that.
Miss
Me
Pat
too.
saying they still your babies. I'm still overprotective of my babies. And my oldest daughter went away to college and I still worry about her and I'm overprotective of her. She tells me all the time, Seymour, I am grown and we all are imperfect. Okay. We all are imperfect. Okay. Gotcha. Amy saying, thank you, Leah. He's my reason for fighting for equality and acceptance. Losing him was devastating in my life. Condolences to you also, Amy. I hate that.
I
Amy,
know. I think
I'm
it's
also
horrible.
sorry, says Miss Pat, to hear that people are so fucking hateful. Miss Pat also saying they are already going through a lot at this age of being accepted, but a parent not accepting their own child is fucked up.
Right, because they're gonna already have to deal with it outside. They already gonna have to deal
You
with
know what?
bullshit outside of their house. So not loving them at home, man, y'all wrong for that. I don't give a fuck what you
Right.
talking about.
Okay, Coach
Let,
V, if you're still
let,
on here, check your messenger. I sent you the number to call, buddy.
I need y'all to listen to me, okay? Coming out is not now, nor will it ever be an easy process for anybody. First, take that into acceptance. Do you know you have children who live their entire childhood life making sure that they please their damn parent? So when a parent is unpleased in their sexuality, then shit
Take your time, boo.
begins to happen. I've been down that road. Yes, I'm 55. I've been down that road of not having people accepting me, and I was trying to live my whole life making sure everybody around me was happy, and I was fucking miserable. That's a fucking death sentence. Especially when you have no support from nobody, not a brother, not a sister, not a cousin, not an uncle, not an aunt. Now, acceptance is a good thing. Praise the Lord. If you get accepted from your best friend, that's good. But you know what? Accepted from a best friend is not the same as being accepted by your damn parents. There's
It's
nothing.
not. It's
But
not.
that them being accepted by their friend is the
Facts.
thing that kept them alive. It kept them alive because they was accepted by some damn body. Period.
Because I know every time I hear one of their friends who their parents act like that to them, or like when I heard from one of their friends when they was growing up, that they put them in the front of the church and all that old shit. Yo, that shit broke my heart. Because why would you do that? Why would you do that? Like we just said, they already got to deal with shit outside, but you gonna be the one to do it to them?
Because they
So you
because they
telling
trying to
me
say because
you would rather
they trying to
bury
say
them? You
They're
telling
trying to
me you would
save
rather
their
bury
face.
them, right? Because of what some
They're
other
trying to
people in the
save
fucking
their
church gonna
face.
say? Come on.
That's because the parent is trying to save their face. And I need people to realize us, those of us who have gay children, I said it once and I say it again. We love all of our children the same. There's no you love the gay children 50%. Because you know what? I have 3 daughters. I worry about my straight daughters going out just as much as I worry about my lesbian daughter. The worrying is no different. I mean, right now it may be
Exactly.
a little different it might be a little different for my daughter because there's so much fucking gay bashing out here.
But
But I'm worried about
but
all of them.
it do seem like it's more towards um gay men than it is to the female. It seems so weird because the guys would be able to take the females as they homies. You know what I'm saying? But then but then you gotta watch out for that too.
Because
And
they will call their lesbian friends, that's my brother or that's my little nigga or whatever the case may be. And it's fine. And it's like, but it's been like that forever. It seemed like, even though it's not 100%, society, whether it's, excuse my language, I'm not being rude. That's just how I talk. Society has
go
always been
ahead.
accepting to lesbians compared to gay men. And they're more accepting to and they're more accepted, as I call them, they're more
The
accepted to
lipstick.
lipstick lesbians than they are
Mm-hmm.
dominant lesbians.
Oh, because they think that's sexy, honey, because every man
H2.
want that.
H2. One, this your show. You better say what's on your damn mind. Don't apologize for a
Exactly.
damn thing.
Yeah,
Second
and,
of
and it's
all,
and it's weird because lesbians have always been more accepted in the natural scheme of things compared to gay men. But in this, I mean, because men have that little mindset, bitch, I always want to get 2 girls up in the bed with me. So I don't care if you
Right,
got a girlfriend.
right. And they love to say, my girl got a girl. If you don't get the fuck out of
Right,
here, you stupid ass, because your girl's girl gonna take your girl, you dumb bastard.
right. So what's so hard about saying my best friend? Like, now let me tell you something. This is funny. And y'all listen, don't laugh too hard here. Every time my lesbian daughter, every time she meets somebody, whether it be a boy, girl, she ready. Hey, guess what the first thing she tells me? By the way, my father gay. I'm like, girl, why the fuck is that the first thing you gotta be telling me? She said no.
Let me
She
just
said,
get
now,
this one
Daddy,
out the
listen.
way, right
She
on
said,
out
now
the way
listen.
real quick.
She said, I
hey,
tell them that because I don't want nobody to step to you the wrong way. That's why I tell them. I said, okay.
hey, hold on. We got Coach B on the line. Go ahead, Coach
All
B.
right.
Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up, Big Easy?
What's going on, Coach B? You on with Helena Hologram? Hey, Gucci.
How you doing tonight?
Hey, Coach B, I enjoyed your show, son, even though y'all be holding my Cowboys, but that's okay.
We ain't gonna talk about them Cowboys on here, H2. We gonna leave them girls alone.
Nikki.
You say,
What I want to say is, the world we live in it's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? And being later, we had talked, I think, it was a few weeks ago, and it's bad that people downrate, plans or whatever you want to call it or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I think it's sad because, they losing their lives for what? For what reason? They shouldn't lose their lives, man, because of their differences or whatever whatever they doing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's world has a difference. Everybody wants to judge this and judge that, and I think that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at this movie, the Ernie Davis. I don't know if y'all are on Ernie Davis. He played ball for Syracuse. He was running back for Syracuse.
yeah, the Ernie Davis story. I'm familiar with it.
Yeah.
Oh, Ernie Davis, because I couldn't hear what he said at first. I thought he said Ozzy Davis. I'm sorry.
And I see, it's sad, you have to be judged by your color or who you are. Man, people need to get the fuck out of that. You know what I mean? You love who you love, be who you be. It's how you treat people. Cut and dry, man.
That's
And
it.
it's an honor and pleasure You know, I respect you. I have the utmost honor and respect for you, for who you are, what you do, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Fuck with other people, what they say and what they think. You know, it's all about you. You know, fuck them. You know, it's sad that family members, down, don't want to deal with a person that comes out and that person, commit suicide or go out and do crazy stuff or whatever. You know, everybody needs that family support. It ain't about your friends. Sometimes your friends do less support than your family. And that's sad to say sometimes. That's even on my level. Some of my best friends is way more worthy than my family. And it be like that sometimes, man. But it's sad though. But this a hard subject because a lot of people, back when I grew up, that was, you didn't see that, but now you see it. And I have children. If they come out, I gotta accept them for who they is. That's my blood. I ain't gonna kick them to the curb and all the bullshit. Just like when they was 24. Love for who they is. And that's what people need to be. Love is a strong, fine thing that God put upon us. And people need to start grabbing those straight up.
Absolutely. Okay, all right, thank you so much, Coach B. We
Thanks,
appreciate
Coach.
on behalf of H2 Nighthawk Network, we appreciate you calling. Thank you, brother. We will catch you. That is Coach B from Pure and Upset with Coach B, Will Muhammad. Shout out to both of them. We appreciate you calling. Okay, H2, it's back on you, boo.
And see, he made a very valid point. Why should anybody lose their life because of who they are? And I want y'all to just think about that. Don't even respond yet. Why should anybody lose their life because of who they are? Think about it. I can't come up with a reason why anybody should lose their life because of who they are, whether it's the color of their skin, whether it's their sexual preference, whether because they got big feet and you got little feet. Nobody can justify to me why any human being should lose their life because of them being their authentic self. Bull.
Somebody being that depressed and that down that they feel like they don't want to be here anymore. And people who make them feel like that, whether it's they being bullied at school or work, your family or whatever, I hope all y'all feel like super shit. I hope your everyday life is just super miserable. And I mean that from the bottom of my fucking heart.
You got support out here in these streets. Not only they coming in on our YouTube and our Facebook, they come in through the messenger too. Amy Sample, you know Amy Sample, right? She has a comment for you. She says that I can relate to a degree because family told people they only had sons because I was with a black man and Helena knows what I went through. So yeah, you know Amy Sample, so you know what you're talking about, right? Uh-oh.
So you turned your mic off. You muted yourself.
Right.
Unmute yourself.
Okay, well, yeah, thank you for that comment, Amy. Okay, can you hear us, H2?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, Amy Sample, you heard the comment?
No, what did Amy say?
Okay, basically she said that you know what she went through because her family said they had all boys because she was with a black man.
Right. I was there for that. I was there when Amy was dating a black man and her family like did a whole 360 on her. So I mean, it's like my thing is this, and y'all have heard me say this before, and I'll say this until God take me off this earth. If you are comfortable with who the hell you are, my sexual preference should not bother you, not one damn bit.
Damn drop.
Bottom line, in my world, it's not about what you do or who you be with in your personal life. It's about who you are and how you treat people. As far as that goes, you are a very good friend. and we
And
give them
y'all
a
listen, and I
You
tell,
feedback.
and
better,
I
you
tell
better,
people,
you better tell somebody. You
Right.
better tell
I mean,
somebody.
bottom line, we had that personal conversation today. I won't reveal it all to the audience, but bottom line is we have committed on the Nighthawk Network to be inclusive, and as long as you are respectful and you understand what we're trying to do here, we're educating people and keeping people informed of what's really going on out here. We're here for you. It don't matter if you're black,
Look, I'm
white,
getting feedback from you.
me.
Yeah, or from somebody, because it may
yeah, I
just
was getting
sound good to
feedback
you.
from you too.
Okay, don't know what's going on there.
I don't know.
You look, you watching the comments and
Well,
stuff
this
on a
this
different
this, this is
device.
the thing that I
Cut it
Yeah,
down.
I'm got the comments.
Cut the other one down.
Like I said, I got my volume off on this one. So, okay, we got some more comments. Uh, Miss Pat said, H2, you know you always got to bring me. Leah saying, my dad has always been very accepting. My mom has mellowed out over the years, but there is still some residual urge to please her because when I was younger, it was overwhelming, especially since I had to watch my older brother with autism. Amy said she has to go. She gonna catch the replay. Thanks so much for the topic. You're welcome, Amy. Good night. Okay, Jojo. Okay, yeah, Jojo. Okay,
It sounds like you going in and out, Eric. Like your volume is
yeah, cause
changing.
Eric, first you were sounding real good, but now you're like breaking up. I don't know. Did you do something different to your mic? Cause first I can hear you, but now it's like real choppy. I can hear like the part of the sentence, then you chop
Yeah,
up, and then I can hear the end of the sentence.
it
okay.
got that sound like when a singer uses their mic and they do this to get the effect
Mhm.
of it. That's what it sounded like.
All right, this might be a phone issue. Here's what we gonna do. Y'all keep talking. I'm gonna
I
jump
was gonna
out
say you sound
and
good
jump back
now.
in on my computer. That should solve that problem.
Okay, all right.
Should we? I mean, we shouldn't have to mute our mic because we all be on together
No,
at
no,
one time. So
we're
I don't know.
good.
You
He
good.
just switching. He's switching his devices. That's all.
Right. So y'all stand
But you
by.
sound good right now.
You say I'm
You
good
sound
now?
good.
Right. But
Yeah.
listen, this is what I want y'all. This is what everybody needs to know. Plain and simple. Love has no gender. Love is not male nor female. Love has no gender. Duh. You can't tell me that I can't love John because of his gender. Love has no gender. Love is love. Authentic love is just that. I'm going to love you for who you are, period.
That's as good as they can get. Now look, let me give y'all
Like
a
Don Ross
let me
said,
give y'all a funny one, H2. This
okay,
was like when the kids were still teenagers, right? Okay. So my daughter that's here, right? Is when they all first coming out and stuff. And another friend who was Travis at the time. Travis at the time. Travis is
okay,
transgender, so it's Trina. Like I've been calling her Trina for the longest. When Cole decided, not decided, when Cole came out, said she was gay, and then they started, having that appearance. Then Travis went over and was transitioning into Trina, right? Then Trina liked Mook because they went from Trina to Mook, from Travis to Trina, and Cole to Mook, right? I said, wait a goddamn minute now. Both of y'all feel a different way, but then y'all gonna try to be together. Y'all could have stayed the way the fuck y'all were. It was because when they first went through it, that's when I was still learning this shit. Why do I hear feedback from myself now?
you sound good to me. Maybe
Do
when you
okay.
talk, you got to turn your mic down a little bit.
Well, you know, it's either muted or let me see, because it
Well, you
wasn't sounding
sound
like
good
that
to me.
before.
You're not freezing or anything now.
Okay, good. All right. But it was the funniest shit to me because that's when I was just learning about everything. I said, now goddamn it, y'all fucking confusing me, goddamn it. I said that you want to dress like a boy and he want to dress like a girl, and now y'all like each other, y'all fucking with me. Like this ain't fucking funny. But it was so funny. And like to this day, still Trina, I love Trina to this day. I remember when Trina got her damn titties. My other daughter was like, Mom, Trina won't stop showing everybody her damn titties. I said, she just making them bitches let her show whoever too much out. She said, we go over there, Trina just got titties out. We walk around with. Listen, y'all people better learn how to enjoy your food. Everything ain't for everybody, but they are your kids. You gave birth to them. You supposed to love them. You supposed to love them unconditionally. Who y'all want me to get off of y'all ass right now? Because there are so many people who are hurt by the people who supposed to love them. Y'all remember in Dream Girls where Effie said, you were supposed to love me. That's all you were supposed to do. You don't have to agree with everything. Turn your mic back on, Helena. You muted yourself. I'm muted yourself.
You're supposed to love me unconditionally, and that's the part that people that's the part that they're missing. Unconditionally means like Lady Sing the Blues. Why not take all of me? You can't just have Derek and Helena don't come along with that motherfucker. I'm trying to tell you, and you can't have Helena and that motherfucker Derek don't show up.
Listen, you took the best, so why not take the rest? And
Right.
baby, take all of me. If you can't take it all, then go about the business.
You have to, and see and this dialogue tonight was a right now dialogue for a right now time, because it does me good when you can have heterosexual men who are comfortable with themselves and come in the room and say what Coach B said.
Exactly, because at the end of the day, you being gay is not gonna make me be gay. If I'm gonna be gay, I'm gonna be gay. Being around you ain't gonna make me gay.
And that's why I was telling people when they start saying pronouns to me, like I say, my pronouns depend on who you are to me. You my aunt, you could call me him or her, and it's cool. But bitch, if you just somebody on the street and I'm in my male persona, then that's the persona you're gonna address.
That's it.
So my pronouns are just as three-dimensional as I am, bitch.
JoJo says sometimes in life we have to say, you know what? It is what it is, and I'm gonna live for me. Love me some me, and stop the haters. Be you and you proudly. I'm trying to tell you. Because
Exactly.
that's what.
And see, that's the thing
The
that I want
about
people
it
to
is when
know.
we get
I do
grown.
me proudly, but I want everybody else who has this same energy that I have and walk this. I want all of my brothers and sisters to live proud. Period. Regardless of your sexual preference, I want all of my brothers and sisters to be able to live proudly. My bisexual, trisexual, whatever. Everybody needs to be living proudly in and amongst themselves.
And
Agreed.
like we just said, somebody just because you're not gay doesn't mean because somebody you around is gay gonna make you gay. Just like you being around them ain't making them straight, dumbass.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
honey, you know what? And looking at it from an entertainer's point of view, I prefer to perform for a straight crowd than I would perform for a gay crowd.
Okay. We got comments, y'all.
What you
First
got?
of all, Coach V, he said he out. Good night. Thank you for letting him call in. He appreciate you. He love you. Okay. Now on here we
All
got.
right. Oh, okay.
Okay. As you see, I'm back. I'm back, Miss Pat. We good. Everybody say good night to Amy.
Good
Hold
night,
on.
Amy. Kiss the baby for me.
Night, Amy.
Okay,
We
basically
still
everybody
praying
say
for
good night to
y'all.
Amy. And at first I sounded like Charlie Brown, but I'm good now. So we caught up on that. I can see the YouTube and the Facebook comments now, so I can read either one.
Okay.
Okay.
Matter of fact, let
Well,
me check my Wikipedia.
we're gonna get ready. We're gonna get ready to move on to our next topic. But before we do that, I need Aunt Nikki to do me a favor. Aunt Nikki and
Yeah.
Eric, because I have to go pay my water bill.
Yep. We
Aunt
need a
Nikki, what I
commercial,
need you to
Nikki.
do is I need you to talk about your raffle and let everybody know that it's ending on the 19th. So please get
Oh,
your
and we
tickets
just had a meeting about that.
ASAP.
I'm glad you said that. We
Right.
might extend it to the
Right. So make
23rd.
sure.
But yeah, okay, go
Okay,
ahead, pay
last
your water
minute
bill.
commercial. Here we go.
All right. You guys. So if anybody's been on my page, we are doing. I don't have it up. We are doing what we do in our family is we have 50-50 raffles when we have family gatherings. Like we have like big parties and stuff, and we always just do it for the family. And seeing as though we can't do it the way we want to do it for the family anymore because of COVID, we decided to do it virtual. But in doing it virtual, what we also did was I'm trying to find the flyer so I can read it for you. Oh, I got it. Doing it virtual, we opened it up to everybody. So if you don't know what a 50-50 raffle is, it's the same as any raffle. You buy a raffle ticket, you win a prize. The 50-50 one, oh yeah, I got it. I'm gonna read it from here, Eric. A 50-50 one is however much money is collected, if you're the winner, you get half of it. So this is how it these are the rules. I'm gonna read it to you straight from the flyer. Chances are $2 for one and three for $5. You will send your money to Cash App using the cash tag $holiday 5050. That's $HOLIDAY 5050. Now listen, when you cash up your money for your ticket, in the description on Cash App, please put your name and your phone number. Because if we pull your name, I mean, we pull your ticket, but when you bought your ticket, you didn't give us your name or whatever, then that's a donation to the next person because we're going to have to pick the next person. Um, oh, yeah, and when you purchase your ticket, you will get a screenshot of your ticket. You'll get a screenshot of your ticket. So when we go to pull them, and my niece will be pulling them. I'm in Atlanta. My niece going to be doing it up in Philly. So when y'all go when you go to the Cash App thing, it's going to be like something like T Corsi. Is that what it said, Helena? Like T Corsi. When you bought your ticket, it was like T Corsi when you put that in, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, right now we have the drawing for Saturday, December 19th. But we might, depending on if it's only a little bit of money or not, if it's only a little bit, we might extend it a few days so that we can get some more money because, you don't want to do all that and then it's like $50 and the thing, you're gonna get it $25. But let me tell you something, right. I ain't ungrateful. So if that's all it was, that's all it was. But I want to, if you guys go on my page in my store and get everything, and when we get off, we'll share it again. If I didn't even think about that, I would have put it up in the thing and we could have put it across. But if y'all had, when I put the flyer up, the phone number to ask for information about it is on there, even though I just told y'all everything. Yeah. Now, so yeah, like I said, it's $2 for one and it's $3 for $5. And the cash tag is $holiday 5050.
I got my tickets. I'm gonna get some more too. I did, I am. But this time I'm gonna remember to put my name and phone number on it.
Okay, please put your name and your phone number on them. Or it's going back in the bag for donation for the next person.
You didn't have to come for me like that, Nikki. Didn't you read the things they put your name up on? Good, I was excited. I forgot all about your damn name and phone number.
I'm all like, ma'am, look, did you have your wig on? Did you have your wig on? Ma'am. My niece called and said, I think it's one of your co-hosts. I said, just put Helena hologram on the back of it.
Right, that was that bitch, honey. That was me. Eric, are you there? Or did you freeze on me? Are you just praising God? Oh, there you go.
He was praising.
Hey,
no, I'm here.
Praise God.
I'm typing in the info for y'all on YouTube and on the page so people can see it.
Oh, wait, Jojo, you heard me sing. Yes, baby. I love me some Billie Holiday. Don't play with me. That's my favorite rendition of all of me. Billie Holiday's one.
Yes, honey. That girl make me moist when I hear that song, but not in that kind of way. Moist is like taking a shower.
Ooh. I loved it more because my daughter, the one upstairs, like before they start rapping and stuff, she could really sing. She got that rasp in her voice. She was 8 years old singing it.
But Billie Holiday is another one. Billie Holiday is another one of them artists that has that voice. No matter what she sings, you know it's her.
You know it's her. I would always play that music. I would always play jazz and blues to get the kids out of the house when I need the queen. And one day I heard her singing it. And she act like the way I had just sung it, that was the way she sung it at 8. I wanted her to sing so goddamn bad. Ooh. I called my brother. I said, she's singing. And she's singing Billie Holiday. She in here singing Billie Holiday. My brother said, what? And
Singing
because she
real
got the
music.
rap in her, but she didn't want to sing. She wanted to rap. I was like, all right. Look, oh man, all right.
But you know, I wanted to say this before we went to our next subject, our next topic. Now today, Georgia, y'all did me proud with these elections on November the 3rd. And up to that, I need y'all to do me proud again, because if I'm not mistaken, today open y'all early election. I need y'all to get out, show up, and show out. Now, let me make this plain and clear to you, Georgia. I respect y'all and I love y'all, but let me tell you this. I don't care who you are. The people that's in office now, they just happen to be Republicans, and they just happen not to be the best people in office where Georgia is concerned. Period. I don't even live there and heard all the bullshit.
They some racist ass bastards. Let's just call a spade a spade. Them two right there racist as shit.
So I need all of my fraternities, all of my sororities. I need all of my brothers. I need all the alphabet communities. I need all of y'all to go out here, honey, and pull that lever. Show me your little thing. Put it right on your nipple or whatever. You know, I'm gonna put mine right here but show me and let me know, because that's important. I tell y'all over and over again, y'all fail to realize a couple of years ago, these motherfuckers tried to take our right to vote from us.
They sure did. When it came back up on the books, when them years was up, they tried to make sure that we couldn't vote.
Y'all need to pay attention. These votes are important. Get off of your ass. And see, I'm not like most. See, I'm not like Aunt Nikki. I prefer to go to vote on the day of just for that adrenaline. That's just me. Now, don't get me wrong. I have voted early before, but this go around, since this election was what it was, I went on the day of for 2 reasons. Because I wanted to see how long I was going to stay in line. That may be petty, but that's what the fuck I went on the day of before. Because I wanted, and then I just realized that in Maryland, you know, one time in Maryland, you had to vote in your precinct. You had to vote at this place. But now in Maryland, you can vote wherever the fuck you want to.
That's how it should be everywhere. It should be like that everywhere. And at the end of the day, you know what? It's true. This is the thing that we talk about. We got all this technology, right? Anybody that votes, if you're registered to vote, that means they got your social security number, right? We should be able to vote online. Whatever number is on your voter's registration card and your social security number should be what you're able to put in. Nobody else shouldn't have that. And if somebody else tried to put it in, it will reject. It will reject it.
Right, because they don't have your PIN code or your passcode.
Nobody should have to leave their house to vote, especially in all of this.
All this technology we got there.
I never knew about I don't even know if we ever had early voting before in Philly. This was new to me about early voting. I've always voted on the day. I voted early this time because I knew 45 with his stupid ass was gonna try some shit. And I was like, well, guess what? If you try it, I'm going early. So whatever you want to try, if you try it then, and I had to fix before the 3rd.
And see, you make a very good point. And see, people don't look at it, but in a roundabout way, that's a way of them sequestering votes to make people not go vote. Why can't you just, like I said, and this was the first time for me voting, because I vote all the time. And when, you know, I went up to the school I usually go to, taking my little happy gay ass up there, and I would never say, where the hell is the election poll? And you know what? I got right on the phone and I called the Board of Election. I said, Hardy, let me tell you what happened to this bitch right here. I went to Hall Park Elementary School to vote. They said, well, Mr. Smith, you can vote wherever you want to. I said, well, bitch, thanks for telling me.
Well, I wish they would do that. I do wish they would do that everywhere, because you got to think about our seniors, our people who are handicapped, people who don't have cars, and their voting place might be someplace that's far. Like, y'all know I'm down south. I'm used to being up north where, baby, we can walk down the street, hop on the bus, the bus won't let you off at one corner, you can get off, and by the time you do what you need to do, get across the street and get back on the other bus going the other goddamn way. It's not like that down here. Shit is all way out in east to Blip, and the counties is crazy. So that should be something that they would do. But you know what? That is their way of sequestering the votes. Down here, they had that the last time. Talk about people who couldn't get their votes in, They would go to the place. There's something wrong with this machine. Something wrong with that machine. Listen, wait a minute. You say exactly how you, darling. We gotta watch out for Miss Bifalica Trump and his. You know what, JoJo? I'm not messing with you.
But see, and then what I want to know, we're gonna go to the next topic. But what I want y'all to know, y'all, hey, listen. You know what? We need to learn that a lot of times it's more important to sit and listen than to do any damn thing. Pay attention. Look, now all of a sudden we have African American men being fucking executed. Pay attention, children. Look what the hell is
Did
going
y'all
on,
see
honey.
that?
You've been in
Oh,
office for 4 damn years, and
signing
now all of
off
a
on
sudden
all
you want to
kinds of
start
shit before he
executing
leaves.
motherfuckers.
And got 3 more scheduled before the end of the month, and guess what? 2 more of them are African American too.
That's why I say sometimes. That's why we need to look and listen and pay attention. Because you know what? I'm sorry. When you're president, at a certain time, there just should be shit that you are not allowed to do. You shouldn't be allowed to pardon anybody in your damn family, including yourself. Bullshit. And that's why it's important that we get out here and vote. How the hell can you pardon yourself?
And then
I'm
you're
still
not
trying to
supposed to
figure that
assume
shit
they
out.
did something wrong. Because that's what it looked like to me. If you pardoning everybody in the fam and yourself, that means you done did all type of stuff, and you know it's gonna come out sooner or later. Maybe that's why
Right,
you trying
so
to be
you know you
president for
innocent.
4 more years, so you had time to cover your shit up.
If you know you innocent, why are you pardoning anybody? So what? They're gonna have to go to trial for a little bit or whatever the case may be. But if you know without a shadow of a doubt, and at 45, let me tell you something. I know for a fact, and whether anybody agree with me or not, this is strictly my opinion. You knew fucking well what you was doing when you rushed that woman in to be the Supreme Court, because Ginsburg just on her deathbed made one request. Can you not come on here, somebody replace me until the new administrator? And you couldn't even fucking do that.
Right.
She asked for one goddamn request.
Right. Because
that's because you knew your ass was going to lose.
Right. Because
if you was confident that you was going to win, you would have waited.
Right. Bottom line, the person that you picked actually was a good candidate, but in the end, they should have waited. And as far as all these little lawsuits that you put up with the Supreme Court that had anything to do with that, they should have recused themselves. That would have been the right thing to do. No, I can't do that. I just got here. It ain't for me to say.
I don't think they should be able to do that at the end and that last year of your term. You shouldn't be able to do nothing big like that because you waiting on other shit to happen. Listen, he just irks my soul. Did y'all see Biden's speech?
Yes. Yes, I did.
I didn't catch it all, but I love
that's how you get president, even though you know he got a little tick on his throat and he probably should have stopped and got some water, but you know they would have said something about that. That's the whole thing about it. I bet you turn on Fox and Friends tomorrow, they ain't gonna talk about shit of what he said. All they gonna be doing is clowning the fact that he was up and he might be sick, y'all. And y'all sure y'all want an old ass president? And that's all they gonna talk about. It's bull.
But the sad part about it is Donald Trump is old too. What the fuck are you talking about? The last time we really had young presidents was Obama and fucking JFK. We've always had old fucking presidents.
Right.
That's another thing too. We need to start listen, because this will get young people more into politics.
Exactly.
They need to put a cap on that age. I'm not saying
that far, but I said they needed to make
it where I think so. Listen, I think if you're older than 65, if you haven't already been in the seat, I don't think you should vote. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because we have the kids are coming up. You know what I'm saying? When you get to be about 65, hell, y'all know we 50, and we kind of set in the way that we are. When you get to be 65. You are set in the way your mind, you just set in what you're gonna do. Okay. So I don't see you being open for a whole lot of change when change will happen. That's why I don't think people should be able to sit on the Supreme Court for a lifetime.
No, that they definitely should.
But guess what? Check this out. Check out this real thing, and I want y'all to say this. This is my thing. Political office or whatever office you own. If the age of retirement is 65, that should be for every goddamn thing, whether you're the president, whether you're on the Supreme Court, whether you work for McDonald's, whether you work for IBM. 65, you can't make shit a certain way for a certain population, and then it's another way because you in the political population. Bullshit.
I ain't mad at that. Okay, we got comments. Miss
Go
Pat,
ahead.
don't forget about you. She's saying Helena occur. So go on and bust her occur a couple times. Hold on, Miss Pat.
But you know what, y'all? What we ready to do?
Hold on, lady.
When
And
Eric
then Miss
finished.
Pat said, that's right, for Georgia show up and show out. It's a damn shame how they doing. Tracy's in the house. What up, Tracy?
Hey,
Hey,
Trey.
Wonderful people.
Hey, baby.
What did I miss?
Tracy was my knight in Sean and armor today. He helped me get through some stuff. I needed somebody to talk to. I just inboxed him. Thank you, Tracy.
Okay, and Miss Patty said, "Oh, orange ugly bitch."
Wait, did y'all see the people with the signs outside of Biden's speech talking about stop the steals? Ain't nobody stole nothing. He won the college and he won the popular. You're so mad.
And what I like is the fact that when he went on, he broke it all down. This is what happened. You tried this, and I was chilling in the cut. I ain't say nothing. You did everything you could do, and you was wrong. Let it be, bruh. We ready to move on now.
One thing I really
been there on his side of the TV to see what his reaction was when Biden was saying all that. I know he was madder than an orange motherfucker.
Now, you know what I need the government to do, and it's real talk. You know what I need the government to do before I had new president? I need them to go in there and totally disinfect that whole goddamn White House. Do you
know they will, but hallelujah, they need to do it triple time. They need to let them do it.
I need them
and
to
then Biden need to send in his own.
Some of this on the carpets.
They need to let the whole
I need them to spray everything down with some of this here.
The CDC need to go in there and wash that whole thing down.
Alcohol, all that.
Take them little Q-tips, rub it over the counter, see what kind of they need. And this is probably the first. I know they do a cleaning, but this is probably the first time in history that anybody needs to know that entire White House, just on the fact of how many of his staff members have come up positive and still was going in that White House. That whole motherfucking White House need to be disinfected from the top to the goddamn bottom.
I want Biden to have all his staff members with that presidential mask, with the president on the side.
Yeah, they need, and that, like I say, I'm gonna say this again.
I wouldn't put it past 45 to leave some. I wouldn't put it past 45 to be done had a motherfucking some little test tubes and pouring shit out places. I don't trust them.
No, I need somebody posted right there at the door, giving everybody a test when they walk in that bitch. And I want some plexiglass in the room with the reporters. Put it right in front of
the And no shade. That's one of the reasons why I'm not no hurry to take nobody's virus. I mean, no vaccine. They might put a fucking microchip up in my ass. Girl.
Okay, now hold on.
No.
Don't step on my thunder. You know I'm gonna talk about that tomorrow on my show.
Okay, I'm sorry. But no.
You go back to your subject. We need to get to that one.
We're not gonna get into that.
No,
y'all,
we need to get
my
your
ladies
subject,
and my gentlemen, I had did a lot of research on this next topic, and I'm gonna say some shit to y'all that's gonna blow your whole entire mind when it comes down to child support.
Keep talking. I'm getting something. Keep talking.
President Gerald Ford issued a signing statement on signing the Social Service Amendment Act of 1974, and he signed it on January 4th, 1975, which was when child support was initially came under the federal government. Now, the thing that you have to realize is that in 1935 was when the federal government initiated social services, whereas though that underprivileged children and their parents were actually able to get on social services. Now, check this out. In 1935, the federal government became involved in providing welfare assistance to impoverished children through the aids to families with dependent children. Program, the federal government realized that many children were entering the program because their non-custodial parents were avoiding their fair share of costs for raising the children. And this was in 1935 when they enacted social services. And social services said that a lot of these children were getting on the system because their non-custodial parents were not paying anything to raise the children. So in 1975, Gerald Ford signed the Child Support Act. But check this out, y'all need to realize one thing. Child support differs per state. Per state and, listen, per state and per tribe. You heard what I said? Y'all catch that? State to state, tribe to tribe.
Oh.
Yeah. And each state is different.
Wait,
and I
tribe,
know
TRIBE tribe, you said?
Native American, yeah.
Right.
I'm
looking here. I
the
got
black folks and the white folks. And
see here in Michigan, it says that the amount of child support is determined by the monthly net income of both parents at the time the child spends with each parent.
And see, here in Maryland, Maryland is one of those states that we call an income sharing state. And your child support is calculated by the income of the mother, the income of the father, and then your child support will be 60% of both of your income.
So yeah,
yeah.
So they're saying here in Michigan, the average payment is $250.
Right, but is that per week or per month?
That is per week, it appears.
Really?
And see it different, and it
Yeah,
difference
between me a baby daddy in Michigan.
That's a lot of people working at the plant. That's what that is.
It differs. The price differs on how much money the mother's making and how many children you have. But listen to this now. Check this out. When child support was first initiated, guess why it was initiated? Why? It was initiated to divorced parents.
Okay.
During that time, it was a thing that most parents were married.
True.
So then they realized in the mid-70s to the 80s that most of these motherfucking parents weren't married. So then they had to go back and revamp it again.
Right. Okay. Miss Pat is saying, thank you. I love how you and Eric always research the topics. Tracy saying, get a White House that white glove treatment. And
they need you.
That's terrible.
Who was it? I can't remember what show it was. I think it was Benson when he used to play on soap. He would always walk around the house with the white glove and see
with the white glove. Look, JoJo said basically y'all bleach the whole damn house and get rid of the PMS, COVID, junior bigots, and every future disease away from the White House.
You better say
but
it,
you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell y'all something. And y'all don't laugh at me. You know, years ago, chemistry was never my thing in school. Bitch, years ago I was working at Popeyes, bitch, and y'all don't laugh here. Girl, the floors were so greasy I couldn't clean them. Girl, guess what I mixed together?
What?
Bleach and fucking pneumonia.
No, you didn't.
No.
Bitch.
Did you get a big?
You lucky you still him.
Okay.
Bitch, when I saw that smoke start to rise up, I said, what the fuck is going on here, girl? They had to open the doors, and it took us like another 2 hours to close because it took us an hour just to get the smell. I was like, well, bitch, I didn't know.
God. You cannot kill everybody.
Quick note, y'all. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't ever do that. Please know your chemicals. If you want to mix something together, mix it with Dawn dish detergent. Don't use bleach. Don't mix bleach and ammonia. If you don't know it, just don't do it. Bleach by itself works wonder because I was trying to kill a couple of bitches that night. Do you hear me?
Miss Pat laughing at you, and she laughing at you.
You were trying to degrease. You weren't trying to clean. You were trying to degrease.
Right. Because the degreaser wasn't working for shit. So I said, well, let me mix A and B, and A and B turned out to be a fucked up C. Do you hear what I'm saying to you?
You could have put some vitamin down there.
Right.
To cut the grease.
Now listen, I want y'all to listen to this about child support that really fucked up my mind. I don't know. I think I shared it with my brother today. Parents are not required to spend child support on the child.
Please hold on.
That's what the federal government said. Listen to me. I'm gonna repeat this again. The federal government said, and the state agencies or wherever you get your child support say that the custodial parent, is not required to spend the money on the child. And this is my thing. So why the fuck are you calling it child support?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because I answered this before. I forget what we was talking about. At the end of the day, if I pay a bill or buy some food, put some gas in my car to take my ass to work, all of that stuff is taking care of that child. If I pay the electric bill, that's child support because I'm making sure the goddamn lights is on. Now, bitch, I'm not telling you to go out there and buy a $400 wig or go get your nails and shit done. But you can pay your bills with your child support. So when the non-custodial parents say, well, what did you buy for them? I bought them some electric, I bought them some water, I bought them some heat, and I fed them.
Okay. Now see,
and that's the part that I understand, but I'm talking about the parents who don't do anything. You take the child support and your rent not paid, they ain't got no food in the house, and you get social services too, and just like
everybody talking about them trifling bitches. No, I want them trifling bitches.
right.
No.
So bottom line, I need to see some receipts for folks like that there.
Yeah, they need to be checked.
Okay,
You know what
but
I used to tell my son? I would tell my sons, you can buy everything that child needs. Keep the receipts. When you give her my money, because in the beginning they was going through some stuff.
Right.
And I said, this isn't, well, matter of fact, no, this was when they were still all good. I'm not telling you this to start nothing. I'm saying just to cover your ass. When you give her money, give her a money order. It ain't gotta be a hurry. Get her a postal money order. Postal money orders are the easiest to cash and the easiest to trace.
True.
Buy all the stuff that she got. We keep the receipts, and when you give her money, just give her a postal money order. Because I know that other money orders, they hard to cash or whatever. Postal money order, you take that motherfucker right to the post office. As long as all the information is right on there, you'll be able to cash it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you never know when somebody's gonna turn. I remember when my first granddaughter was born, and I wasn't even in the mind that her mom was gonna be messed up or nothing like that. It was just that I told her, y'all don't live together. Because he was just 18. Everything that she needs over there, you will have here too. So when she comes, she ain't got to be loaded down with trying to bring this, bring that. This all she need to bring. She only lives 10 minutes away. All she need to bring is a bottle and an extra diaper just in case. Is that 10 minutes in the way she had an emergency. When I tell you why that baby was still in my daughter-in-law's stomach, I bought everything. I bought cases of Pampers all the way up to like where they would be in motherfucking, what you call them things, pull-ups.
Mm-hmm.
I bought size 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s. Clothes to when she was a newborn that she couldn't even wear till she probably was like 5 or 6.
Right.
Bassinet, swing, every damn thing, so that you are well equipped as a father. My son was just in that last year of school. And I remember him saying, I might have to drop out of school. Oh, no, the fuck, who gonna drop out of school? No, bitch, you're going to school. I got you. I got your part until you get finished.
Right.
And that's why they say
not gonna call you as a deadbeat.
That's why they say child support vary from state to state, because see, here in Maryland, a judge don't give a fuck what you brought your child. You could brought your child $500 for shoes or whatever, but you know what? In buying your child that and you neglected to pay your child support, the judge gonna say, "Oh, that was a gift. They had shit to do with your child support. Exactly. Your obligation is to pay that child support and everything on outside of that. I'm not telling you not to do it, but that's not going to be calculated towards your child support."
Exactly.
Okay, well check this.
That's why I told him to always get the money orders. So if somebody ever said you didn't pay it, you got the receipts.
Now check this out. There's one story I told, me and you talked about earlier, H2, but there's another story that I found a whole different thing about today. If you remember when I did my late night edition of the show last week, and I was telling you about my trifling ex. Now, what I eventually found out was she was the one paying child support for her 2 kids. But what I found out based on digging around, actually, the kid's grandmother has the kids, and both parents had to pay child support. So she and the baby's father paying child support.
Because they was with
But you,
because the child was with somebody else, and that should be it.
but
Agreed.
you know what? And a lot of people don't know that there's a thing. And check this out, because I love my research. I was reading, and there's a thing where both parents can be custodial parents, but one parent is still going to be required to pay child support.
Oh, really?
And
Right.
then
They
that
still
fucked me up.
they in the same house?
I don't know. I think they may be, they, because if you're custodial parents, you can live in the same house, and you don't have to live in the same house to be custodial parents, depending on how many days a week, blah blah blah. But
Oh,
there's
I
a
was gonna
law
say,
that
so if they
says
like share the child, if they share
Right.
the duties, yeah.
Okay, now check this out. Okay, we got a couple comments before I go here though. Miss Pat says sounds like a parent support when people getting the money for them. And she also says, how about if you took care of your child all their life and the absent father hasn't done anything, but then a couple years later you get some arrears money that you should have got for the child.
see that's it. And let me explain that. I know most of y'all know this, but let me explain this to you as well. Child support is different. Child support is different for somebody, and I'm not saying this derogatory. Child support is different from somebody who's on the system. Listen to what I'm telling you, compared to somebody who's not on the system. Because in your child support get paid, your child support is being paid to pay back all that damn money you got from the government all these years getting TCA. So if you get a child support check for $23, bitch, you need to realize the other $80 went to pay back this $9 trillion you done got from.
Right.
So, and then the thing with that is, even if you're an individual and you're on child support and you're not on assistance, the one who's getting the money, they have the right to terminate that child support order whenever the fuck they want to.
Well, see.
Now, if you're on assistance, you can't terminate
Let's talk about the arrears real quick. I got arrears. I was still getting child support after the youngest one was grown. And you goddamn right, I paid them bills with it. You know why? For all the goddamn times when you didn't pay no motherfucking child support. I remember because I didn't take my ex-husband to child support right away. We had already been separated for years. To where I felt like I'm not some baby mom you had or some bitch in the street. I'm your wife. These your kids. We plan each other.
Right.
I should have to chase you down to take care of them. And then you want to talk about how I'm living or what I'm doing with the money. First of all, motherfucker, I ain't never been no bum bitch. 2 and 3 jobs here, honey. Even before I had started fully in mental health. I was doing hair in the day and pouring drinks at night. I'm gonna tell you what you're not. Okay, I'm always gonna make a way for mine. And my thing was back then, I felt like I shouldn't have to hunt you down, cuss you out about taking care of your kids. And when I finally went, because I just got tired of it, I'm like,
right. Okay. Tracy saying, break bread, Auntie. What you eating?
some vegetable fried. Look, I had got this place down here got this vegetable fried rice. I mean, it got zucchini and peas and carrots and it has so many damn vegetables in there. And I just told him go ahead and throw some shrimp in there for the protein.
You know I'm allergic to the zucchini.
I like protein.
Yeah,
Nikki, Nikki, are you listening to me? I like protein too, but that's another whole show, girl.
That's a Nighthawk after dark. That's a Nighthawk after dark, honey. That's a Nighthawk after dark.
All good.
Okay.
Right now,
but no, let me finish telling y'all. When I finally went to take you, the lady looked at me and looked at him, and she looked at the page. She said, "This all you asking for?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Cause understand this. I'm not trying to take nobody under. I just need to know that once I pay all my bills, I work hard for my shit.
Yeah.
Once I pay all my bills, I want to know that there's something extra that my kids will be able to do. They can have something to do. They can go do an activity. My kids was in a lot of shit. I got to. Our power wasn't free where we live. When I had my kids inside Philly, yeah, power was free. But when you live out in the county in the suburbs, that shit ain't free.
Girl, pound not free here. Maybe you'll be lucky enough to get a scholarship, but it's not free because you're still required to pay for your equipment. You're still required to do this. You're still required to do this. And I need people to know that I have no ill feelings whatsoever with the woman who takes out child support for the dead children. I have ill feelings. I even had ill feelings towards myself. My ill feelings come towards the father who feel as though that they're not obligated to do that. And my thing is this:
Yeah, come on.
watch where you lay your pipe, and then when you lay your pipe will determine whether or not you have child support.
Right. Now, here's the
Exactly.
thing, though. Then you got this rare case because keep in mind, my mother and father, they divorced when I was 5. After that, we moved where I'm at now. Every week, when my father got paid, he would bring my mother some money for us. Every week. What eventually happened was the time came when we needed to start getting checkups and whatnot. So my father went to put us on his insurance. Because of all the information he had to send, child support ended up contacting him and requiring him to come down there. He ends up paying child support, even though he had been giving money the whole time, and my mother attested to that. But they still required him to pay child support. Now, based on that, he could have been upset and been like, okay, fuck it then. But because he was making what he was making, not only did he pay that child support till we was 18, me and my brother both, but he also would still come every week and give my mother additional money that was even more than what she was getting in child support and giving us allowance every week. Now, like
Because
I
that's
said,
when you can afford it and you know that you a real dad, that's what you do. Like I said, when I got down there, when the lady asked me, that's all you asked her. She looked at me and she looked at him and she said, you know, I can give her 4 times what she's asking for. 4 times what she's asking for.
But then
She said,
the
I
thing
don't even
also, but
understand
then the thing
why
also
you would
goes
not
to,
pay what she asking.
but then the thing also goes to, as a parent, you also have to think about, and this is what a lot of people don't think about. You know, you get mad and you want to do this and you want to do that. But a good parent would say, I want child support, but I also want, he works every day, but I also want him to be able to survive too. Now, I'm not trying to get so much
And
motherfucking
that
child
was what
support
I said.
right,
That
that
was
this bitch I
exactly
ain't
what
gonna
I
have
said
enough
to
money
the
to
lady.
buy
And
no.
I said, I'm not here to take nobody under. I just want my kids to be able to do extra stuff after I pay all of their bills. That's it.
But this is the point that I'm trying to make. And then you realize that a very, come on here, somebody, you know, Helena always bring the knowledge. You need
Come
to
on.
realize when you look at the prison population, a very large portion of them motherfuckers up in jail are in there because of child support.
Now that's the thing that I'm glad you brought that up.
that is a
I'm
very good point.
glad you said that. Because this is the bullshit. You lock them up.
Go there. I know where you're going.
How the fuck they supposed to pay child support if they locked up?
Making $1.50 an hour. Duh.
No, try this, Eric. Try $1.50 a damn day.
A day.
Even still.
It's a day. If it's that much. So you
That's
tell
barely
me
gonna buy $8 though.
that's how we know that's all for them. That's for this bullshit ass system. You don't
Mhm.
give a fuck
And
about the
look,
kids because what if he couldn't pay child support, but he was there to take care of his kids
Right.
because he ain't had no job at the time, but
Right.
he taking care of his kids. So you put his ass in jail, and now he can't be with his kids or send no motherfucking child support. How is that healthy for the child?
Right.
Where?
And
it's
then
Where?
not.
when he get out, he got a criminal record, so that make it harder for him to get a job to pay the arrears of the child support.
So yeah, because ain't nobody
listen
gonna
to
pay him
this.
nothing but like a minimum wage. So then how the fuck
Listen,
he supposed to live and pay the child support?
back
Exactly.
in 1975, Gerald Ford said this. He expressed concerns about because what he saw was excessively injecting the federal government into domestic relations. That's why he moved it from the federal level to the state level, and he allowed each state to come up with their guidelines. Like here, for instance, DC, Maryland, and Michigan. Their guidelines is income share. So your guidelines for your child support is going to be on what the mother and the
Based
father
on your
make.
income. Yep.
Okay.
Now, Georgia,
Pennsylvania is like that.
your guidelines are set up by child support guidelines. So whatever
Thank God
child
my
support,
kids were grown when I came down here. We're almost.
right? So whatever child support, because now Pennsylvania, then this one I need to do some more research on. Pennsylvania child support is determined by reverse civil procedures. So each
Look
state
it up.
revised civil procedures. So each state has their own guidelines. Because the guidelines here in Maryland may not be the same guidelines in Michigan, or because the
Right.
guidelines are set up by each individual state.
Yeah,
Right.
because I know Pennsylvania is determined on the income of the
Right.
mom and the dad.
Right. And it
And
said that
they definitely go by the income of both parents.
it said Michigan and Illinois is some of the toughest child support people in the whole country in terms
But
of
like Nikki said, like Nikki said, what a lot of people don't realize it is okay if he's a deadbeat. And then, but my thing is, if you have a working father who works every day, and then in Maryland, like he works every day, how's it helping that you throw him in jail because he missed one or two payments, and now when he come out, then he's gonna have to run the risk of not being able to get a job because his ass is in jail. So you're making this whole shit counterproductive. It does
exactly.
not make sense. And 90% of them people over there are African American.
Okay, hold on.
Right.
Let some people in right quick. Okay,
All
Miss
right, wait a minute.
Pat
Let me let
said,
JoJo. Let me let
yeah,
JoJo.
get JoJo.
The whole child support system is very deceitful, continually, especially in the community, to tear some good men who take care of their kids there. That I feel that too. I feel that too, and I also feel your other one too, JoJo. To be
Mm-hmm.
honest, most women can be very trifling. I ain't gonna say most. I'm gonna just say some. And can visit child support against men for no reason but looking better than their kids. The twist of it all, most of them isn't real pop. Ooh, ooh, what your messy ass.
Mm-hmm.
JoJo,
But
you better
see, let
stop.
me tell you. Let me tell you something about that I need my brothers because I'll tell
Okay.
you, honey.
Hold on,
I
Miss Pat. We
just
got you. Hold on.
at the age of 55. Listen to me carefully. At the age of 55 in July of this year, I just finished with child support. Let me tell you something.
Mm.
I don't blame child support. I blame my bullshit because you know what? The whole time I was buying my children this, and that, I wasn't putting no money in child support. And Reardage kicked
Mm.
my ass. Do you hear what I'm saying to
Mm-hmm.
you? I'm 55 years old, and guess what, bitch? They knocked on my door, my goddamn SSDI, and they said, bitch, we're going to take $600 out of your check every motherfucking month until this shit is paid. So I was living off less than $300 a month for like the last 13 years. So you motherfuckers who walk around here and get $1,200, $1,400, $1,600 a month, and bitch, you're complaining, live in my shoes for 13 goddamn years, and then you come and talk to
Okay.
me.
Right.
That's
And
why I
you
say
know
that's
how
why I
hard it
was
was
telling
to
my
live
sons
like
what I
that.
was
So
telling them.
imagine us
You
living
have to be real precise in what you're doing.
right.
And if they don't have you on child support and you're giving money, you make sure that money is provable. And write on it, when it says what for or whatever, child support.
Right. And
And make
I
sure
And
you
tell
get a
most,
you
photocopy of
that
that
now that
bitch.
we're dealing with this pandemic and people that lost their job, that they not sitting here like, okay, you ain't paid in 9 months. We want that back pay when you finally get a job. Knowing what
but
you
check this out. Check this out. I'm gonna tell you something else that's fucked up about child support. Okay, say when I go on child support, right? I'm working for IBM and I'm making $100,000 a year. 2 or 3 years later, I'm not making 100,000 a year, but bitch, I'm still paying child support like I make $100,000 a fucking
And
year.
that's why people have to stay up on it. If you
exactly.
lose your job or get demoted or whatever the fuck,
You
your
need to
pay
go
gets
down there and let
decreased,
them know.
you have to go to the courts and let them know that, because they will continue. If you don't say nothing, they ain't gonna say nothing.
Right, because remember, it's based on your income. So if your income drastically changes, you better speak up on it. These
So
Hollywood
I
people
don't
do it
care.
all
I don't
the
care
time.
if you change your jobs every 2 weeks. Every time you change your job, you go down to domestic relations, child support enforcement office, or whatever. Curl yourself some goddamn face up and say, "Look, John Boy Walton, I was making $27 an hour. Now I'm making $10 an hour, and my child support needs to reflect that."
And
Exactly.
that, yes,
Okay,
you
now
have
hold on.
to,
Let me say what Miss Pat
because you
said.
still have to live. Whoever is not the primary parent still has to live.
Right. Okay, look. Miss Pat said you a mess, Helena. Right now, 2,700 that her baby daddy owe in arrears. I believe that's what she's saying. She said
Well,
he
girl, I'm
moved
gonna
his
tell y'all
child
this, and
off.
I hear it again.
He lives
Right
in
here
Chicago.
again, Helena gonna become that girl. My readage was close to. I'm gonna tell you how it is. Now y'all listen to it, because y'all know I'm as transparent as this goddamn blonde wig on my head. Okay. Oh, my readage was like, and don't judge me. My readage was like $60,000.
I was getting ready to say, even when mine was still being paid, the arrears I had left was like 30,000. That's why I was still getting paid after they were grown.
Right. And how much
And
of
it's
that
and it's
actually
but
went to you, and how much of that went to the child support people? That's the question.
see, my thing
But
is
see, this is the thing. I wasn't
with
like
me,
I
all of
didn't get
my
no public
with me
assistance or none of that, so I got all my money.
Okay.
with me, all of mine went to my children's mother because she wasn't on public assistance.
Yeah,
Now,
me
what they
either.
need, right? What they need to realize is when they say public assistance, they're not counting food stamps. They're counting
Well, I was gonna
TCA.
say, yeah, you can get food stamps and medical, but as long as you're not getting no cash from them, they can't take it.
Okay, so
They
look, hold
can't.
on.
And
Miss
see,
Pat
and that's
said,
the thing, because people who are on the system, they can't terminate the child support order. They can't. But if you're not on the system, you can terminate the child support order whenever the hell you want to, because you got to
Yeah.
realize now they got it so point. And I remember when it wasn't like this. Now they'll take your goddamn driver's license, they'll take certifications, and all at the same time. My thing is, you're fucking with these people's livelihoods. Why should this man have to kiss your ass and let you know that he drive cab for a living, but you just took his damn license?
Yeah,
okay,
so I ain't supposed
hold
to
on,
make the
hold
money.
on. Let Miss Pat get in here. I'm trying, Miss Pat, but you see, H2 fired up. Okay, he lives in Chicago, her baby father. Child support told me I had to go to Chicago to apply for child support. You got to be kidding me. He said that fool calls my daughter after all these years, and he will lie and tell her I wouldn't let him see her. Bitch, I didn't know where you was at. You never told me, ho. I didn't even think about it. My daughter is 22 years old now. I guess, and guess what he told my daughter? He lost his job because of coronavirus. I didn't get any money from you when you was working. What the fuck?
Now see that thing I don't understand, because, and I'm gonna have to check into that, because my thing is, because the child lives in this state, it doesn't make sense for her to I don't know. Maybe she has to. It just don't make sense to me that the child. I thought you were supposed to. I'm gonna check into it, but I thought you were supposed to file the child support where the child live at, not where the father live at.
When a child lives, and then I thought the courts are supposed to do whatever they
Right,
need to do to catch
right,
whoever.
because the courts can go between courts, the circuit court, the district court, all of them can interact with each other. So I don't understand, why would you have to go all the way to
Wait a minute,
Chicago?
you know what? Now that I think about it, no, you do. You have to go wherever that non-custodial parent is.
Right, because
File
you got to
there,
go
but
through
you
their
let them know
payroll,
where
and their
you
payroll
live,
go through that
and
state.
then they send it to you. You go to where they are. You file wherever they are, and then they
Right.
make sure that you get it wherever you are.
Because I guess if you do it that way, it becomes a lot easier for them to garnish your paycheck, because you're in the
Right. I was
same
going to say,
state. You know what I'm
in
saying?
your state. Yeah, you go to
Right.
their state, so they state can make sure that money coming out.
Okay. Good
Okay,
point. Good
go
point.
to JoJo's comment.
Did you got any more? Oh, this was the last one. Make sure I had already said all that. Make sure you
Okay.
have all the receipts to the court to prove the shame of this system to everybody else. Yeah, that's what I was saying to my son. Like, you get those money orders and you make sure that you put the child support on it. So that
Listen,
you take a photocopy. You take a photocopy before you even though you're gonna have your receipt, you take a photocopy. Well, now we can take screenshots. Back then we still had to go. I had a good printer at my house at all times, honey. Get a
right,
photocopy.
Mm-hmm.
We got a folder for this because what
Okay.
they're
right.
not gonna ever be able to do is say you're a deadbeat. Not as
Now
long as
listen, y'all.
grandma's living.
Now listen, y'all. Y'all know every once in a while I get fired up, and I just like, and this all boils down to everything. You have to realize that a lot of these things that they initiated, they didn't have us in mind.
Oh no.
When they came up with the Constitution and they said we the people, we wasn't part of the damn people.
No,
We
When
we
they
couldn't be
said
part of the
all
people
men are
because they
created
animals.
didn't think
equal,
of us as
we
a whole
wasn't a part
human
of all
being.
men are
Right. We're
created
just
equal.
3/5 of an animal, flat out.
We were only 3/5. we were not considered a whole human being,
Right.
so they definitely wasn't talking about us.
We was livestock.
Right. So
we was human livestock,
this,
plain and simple.
and I said this to Aunt Nikki, and I don't know if I said it to Eric. Y'all know I'm a nerd. I need all of y'all. And then I said it to Aunt Nikki, and she was like, no. She, oh, whoa, wait a minute. I know who that is. I need all of y'all. Listen to what I'm telling you. To go on YouTube and pull up Barbara Jordan at the Watergate hearing.
Yes,
when
God.
I tell you that woman is no joke, she is articulate, and she was like, when Alexander Hamilton wrote this, he wasn't talking about me.
So would you say
When
that
those
part? I
four
knew
fathers said
exactly
we the
what you
people,
were talking
I
about.
wasn't included in we the people. And you know what? Even back then, to a certain extent, I still don't think we are included in we the goddamn people.
Oh no, because what I say the other day, or whoever show we was on, if you really meant for us to be equal now, then everything that was before slavery was abolished, bullshit. Then everything before that should have been abolished too. That motherfucking constitution should have been written over. The everything that are legal documents of what we are here in this country and these United States should have been redone. Not
check this out.
not added on to or none of that. All the way wiped out and done over.
You know what, honey? It's impossible to allow a 17th or 18th century product to survive in the 20th and the 21st goddamn century.
Come on.
It's time that you need to change that to affect the climate that's here now. And that's why I say we need to get up. We as a people, look, that shit didn't include us. When you talk about the Star Spangled Banner, oh, say can we see? The only thing I'm trying to see is how the fuck to get out of slavery. That's what I'm trying to see. I'm not trying to see no dawn, early nights, or none of that shit. I'm waiting for somebody to see wait at the water because bitch, I'm going down by the river.
I'm gonna put up a YouTube link to the poem that I wrote.
And you know, and the thing, even everything that we have to realize when all of these things came about, when most of these laws came about for our Caucasian counterparts. Period.
Okay, hold on. We got comments. Miss Pat saying I didn't get any money from you when you was working, right? She said it's exactly like I said. That's because she's over 18 now. To file, he took his own stuff to child support, and I told him not to go. Tracy saying she can't see JoJo's comment. JoJo over there on YouTube. That's why, Tracy. Leah saying, yeah, they said we the white people. Exactly.
Yeah. A lot of these things, like I know for a fact that the deeper south you go, things are different. And like I try to tell people all the time, and they look at me, I say, girl, learn your geography, bitch. Maryland is considered part of the South, you dumbass.
This is why I like I said, I know Detroit got to share issues, but bottom line, it's 80% black people around here. So when stupid stuff go down, there's more people that look like.
But that's the thing I don't understand about the South. There are so many black people.
It is.
How do you allow this? Like when I first moved down here, and people was like, "Well, how you like it?" Because people know that I travel. I travel my ass off. I love to travel. In many places,
you travel your ass off. You still got your ass. The last time I saw you, your ass ain't go the way I heard.
Yeah, well, that's because 45 done fucked us all up. And then I'm scared to take the motherfucking, I'm be scared to take the vaccine. So this traveling bitch gonna be a sitting bitch for a while. But when people
honey, you know this COVID wasn't here, you be jet setting some damn where.
You motherfucking right.
Well, look, I want y'all to do this for a second. I told y'all.
It's cold in Georgia today. This bitch will probably be on the beach in Miami. Yes, the fuck I would be. The minute I would have known it was going to be cold in Georgia today, I'd have been calling my daughter like, can you book the flight to Miami for me? It's cold down here.
I ain't going to Florida. They crazy.
Listen, we all crazy.
But you know what? The only thing that scares me about that is what?
They asked me, you know, how is it? How do you like it? I said, it's different. I done been a million damn places around the world or around the states.
That you have.
All I can say is it's different.
Okay, hold on.
It's just weird. It's just weird because, you know, even though Maryland is considered now South, it's still a little bit more up top than it is down here.
True.
Because some shit is like a little culture shock. When you looking around like bitch, I'm not none of these yes master motherfuckers, okay? You will get both in your white ass fucking face fucking with me. I am not my
Yeah.
great grandmother. You understand?
Right. I ain't buying it. Okay, hold on. Miss Pat is saying, then we couldn't have paid the support. He asked me to take him off. I didn't take you down there, so you wouldn't listen to me. So now I deal with the consequences. She gave them a run for their money. She shut it down. Okay, Leah saying, tell them, Lena. Tracy saying, oh no, we are still slaves according to the Constitution because they didn't change it. You're absolutely right, Tracy.
You're right.
Okay,
And that's why
Miss
So
I
when you
always
get
say,
locked up,
gotta go.
y'all know that part. When you go to jail, when you go to prison, baby, you're a slave. Y'all
yeah,
better start reading that shit.
yeah. You make pennies a day. You don't make pennies an hour. You make pennies a day. So at the end of the week, you might have $12.50 on your books.
But the way that it's written is like unless you incarcerated or something like that. So we need slaves, but if you are incarcerated, according to those laws and shit that was written, you're a slave.
Yeah.
Okay, go to JoJo.
Oh, JoJo just said we feel it.
No, he got one before that.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, there's other one.
Yeah.
Most trifling deadbeat dads who knows that our fathers disrespected them and abandoned them deserves to be served for child support. Yes, they do. Because at the end of the
Let me
day, you
say
made
this.
them.
Let me say this. I want y'all to realize one thing. And we as a society and we as a village, we need to put our mind around this. There are deadbeat dads, but come to understand and read my goddamn lips. There are some deadbeat goddamn mothers out there too, honey. Don't ever
Baby.
get it
Trust
twisted.
me.
Remember,
Trust me
JoJo
when I
said
tell
something
you.
about them earlier. Remember he said both of the women, they trifling and conniving on child support. Honey, let me tell you little young bitches something. Yes, you
Come
young
on,
bitches.
tell it.
You going out the motherfucking house looking like a goddamn superstar. And little poo poop over here ain't got a haircut. Little Riri over here, shit, fucking hair ain't been done in motherfucking 3 weeks. They dirty, they half hungry, all you feeding them fucking ramen noodles and shit. Bitch, you need to get busted in your motherfucking
Right.
face.
And
You
they both
somewhere
of them is
twerking
a
your
box
ass
of
up in the
rock.
motherfucking on the goddamn Instagram and your OnlyFans and all kinds of shit while your kids ain't learning shit, they ain't eating, and they ain't got no good fucking role model. Get your fucking shit together.
Flat
Now, one
Because I'm
out.
thing,
sick of that. My grandmother told me when I was a little girl, and well, she didn't tell it to me, I was listening. And she was talking to me and she said, I don't give a fuck what you look like when you leave out that door. But your kids better be clean, neat, and fed.
but see, you know what? Let me explain something. One thing I tell people all the time, and people need to take into consideration: your children are a reflection of you.
Yes.
So how can you be looking like a million goddamn bucks and your child just look like a $5.99 pair of shoes that came from Payless, so depending on where you was picking pay?
Looking
That's
like
not a reflection of you.
Alicia. Exactly.
That's no reflection of you. How you walking around with $400 Asian hair in your head, and your child walking around with goddamn puffballs that got linen?
I can't get with that. You know what I'm saying?
Me either.
Because your child, like you said, your child is a reflection of you. I be getting mad at you. Do y'all not do your Lily hair like 2 times a day? Because she got that real soft ass hair. And once she get around like every last time, you can't hear me at all. Don't say it with them too.
You sound like you underwater now.
Yeah, Nikki, sound like he was underwater.
All of us do. Let me see.
Say it again on Nikki.
Hold on, can y'all hear me?
We hear you,
Yeah, but you sound like you underwater.
I don't know what's going on.
You sound like me when I be.
Okay.
She sound like me when I be fucking gobble, 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 bitches.
Oh,
I said, girl, it sound like you got something in your throat. Oh, here she go. Hey, girl.
Are we back?
Hey, girl, you know.
We do.
Say something.
Sometimes y'all don't. When we get the, can y'all hear me now? Because y'all
Oh yeah,
sound good
yeah.
now too. Because we all did. Because y'all was sounding like that too. Um, I think sometimes when we get into the real shit, they start fucking with it.
That's when they get to listening hard.
I told Eric, I said, "Oh, Nikki sound like me when I'm gobble gobble gobble, bitch." That's how I talk
Don't
to
do
my
that.
yeah.
Don't you do that. Don't
Leah
you do
said you
that.
better behave. Leah said behave now.
Preach, darlings, especially the kids, are the definition of the bit. Absolutely. Like, I cannot get with that. I remember Lily was on FaceTiming with her mom girlfriend, right? And she said, "Oh, mama, I need to bring you up here. You need your hair done." I said, "First of damn all, I do her hair every day. She jump around and get it messed up, but don't you ever get it twisted." And she will
But see, you know
never
what?
walk
One
out that
thing,
door looking a mess.
and I can't say this now. I can say that when I was growing up, my parents was these kind of parents. Whatever they ate, that's what the fuck we ate. My mother and father
Come
wasn't eating
on.
steak and we was eating hot dogs and fucking pork and beans. Whatever they ate, that's what the fuck we ate.
Meanwhile, my goddaughter, her little spoiled butt, got to eat what she want. Otherwise, she will have a fit.
Oh, but
Did we
no,
just talk about this the other
when I was
day?
growing up, bitch, whatever mama cooked, either your ass ate or your ass went to
Or
bed
your
without
ass
fucking eating. There
starved,
wasn't no goddamn
period.
Right.
special menu for no
You
damn body.
ate or you
Right. Because bottom
starved.
line, you either was gonna eat what we ate, or you was going to
Or
work
you
with
ain't
your
eat
shit.
shit, or you got your ass whooped, and you still was going to eat it. Let me tell y'all something. Lily sat at this motherfucking table one time for like 3 hours.
Wow.
Because, like, when I had her with me all the time when she was a little baby, she ate all kinds of vegetables and stuff. She never gave us a problem. She was so damn greedy when she was a damn baby. She ate everything: collard greens, black eyed peas, string beans, this, that. Whatever vegetable we was eating, she was eating. Now she's so picky. If I gave her white rice with butter and salt and pepper on it all goddamn day, she would eat it.
Mm.
Now, mind y'all, she loves sweet potato pie, right? Yesterday, I made baked sweet potatoes.
And won't eat.
Almost,
She ain't want none.
almost everything that I put in that pie, I made the brown butter with the brown sugar
Like
and
I do with
the
my
vanilla
kids. Exactly.
and the almond extract. And
Yeah. Probably the only thing was missing was
she
the milk.
said, I said, the only thing is there, the only thing ain't there is the crust.
Mm.
She sat there, and I mean, I gave her the smallest potato that we made because the potatoes wasn't even that big. She just said, "Grandmama, I just don't like it." I said, "Well, too goddamn bad because you want to eat it. You
Run
want to
it.
eat it."
Run it.
I said, "And then the next time you ask me for a piece of sweet potato pie, you're not getting it."
Yep, there you go. Now
Honey,
keep
I
in
remember a
mind,
time
my, my,
my stepmom was cooking this big old pot of food, and my stepmom them had this thing that whatever the fuck you put on your plate, that's what the
You
fuck
want
you
to
gonna
eat
eat.
it.
mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I
So, child,
did
I
that.
wound up in the house, and I'm thinking my mother did cook some spinach, and a bitch like me, fabulous. Like, I love spinach, so I'm just piling shit on my plate. And y'all probably don't know what this is, but up in this area, we have this thing called poke salad. Now
What is
listen
it?
to me. It's a green vegetable, but listen to me. It's something that our people used to eat because back in the day we had to eat the scraps. But check this out. This is the kind of vegetable that it actually cleans your system, but
Mm-hmm.
if you don't cook it right, it can poison you.
Mm.
Wait a minute. That's that shit that was growing in my backyard, and that was exactly how the man explained it to me.
What's it
What is it
called?
called?
It's called poke salve.
Spell
Do
that.
it grow up almost like collard greens, kind of, but a little? I mean,
Yes.
that shit was in my damn yard when we first moved here. It was growing, and me and my daughter was trying to figure out what it was. And the man that came to come to do my lawn and stuff, he told us what it was, and I couldn't remember that name, but I remember him saying it is good for you, but if it's not cooked right, you will be poisoned.
Yes. Yes.
Get the fuck out of here. I don't
Yes.
Wow.
want that. I don't
And you
want none of
and
that.
you
Because
and you and
I
you
don't
know
know
and
who
you
cooked it.
and the reason why in the South a lot of people you had to cook it right because a lot of time it grew around outhouses.
Mm.
So
So
that
y'all,
was one of the reasons why you had to make sure you cooked it properly to get all of
oh,
those.
because all the shit was out there. All the fecal matter. Look at this goddamn Jojo, you play too much.
Gobble gobble, bitches. Oh,
Hold
Yeah,
on.
you had to eat whatever they put on your plate. I mean, now I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was a little spoiled I didn't have those problems. I think because my grandma pretty much cooked the stuff that she knew that I like to eat. Because
Yeah,
just like Lily liked rice and just rice
girl,
with butter and salt and pepper,
listen
if
to
I could eat
me.
rice and gravy every day when I was little, I probably would eat the shit out of it. I
I
still love
was
rice
in
and gravy.
junior. I was in junior high, like the 7th grade, when I put this shit on my plate. My mother said, "Girl, my mother said, well, I wouldn't give a fuck if you was in a senior in high school. You put it on your plate." My parents told me, they said, "You know what? Check this out. You're at a certain age now. I don't care what time you come in the house. I don't care what time you go to bed, but I guarantee you one thing is for certain, the two things is for sure. You getting that ass up and going to school the next day. You come in the house 6 o'clock if you want to. 6:30, that black ass is getting up. You're going to school. If you don't get breakfast, that's your fault."
Now, see, here's the thing, though. My granny
Hold
pulled that on
on.
me.
We
Black
gotta
eyed
address
peas.
this.
That's why I don't
Yeah,
eat
Eric
black
said
eyed
he
peas
don't
to
like
this day.
black eyed
Because you know
peas.
what happened? She made me eat the black eyed peas, and I did a Crooklyn. You remember that scene in Crooklyn when it's like, you better eat it or else? And then he got to eat, and then finally, yeah. So, yeah, there was no more
I
black eyed
love black eyed. I didn't start eating black eyed peas until I got grown. But JoJo, I don't give a shit who making chitlins. I'm not eating it. I don't give a fuck. First of all, I
right.
don't
So,
eat pork and I never
not
have.
gonna happen.
But even if I ate pork, I don't think I would eat that.
Not gonna happen. I don't give a damn who clean them.
Let me tell you something. And listen, y'all now look, I don't come to
Yeah.
McDonald's and tell y'all how to flip burgers, so y'all not gonna talk about me eating no shitterlings. I mean chitterlings.
Exactly.
What she
You know
said.
what the fuck you eating.
What she said.
As long as you know.
Right.
Now let me tell y'all know I always tell y'all I had two moms. I had my mom who gave me birth and then her sister who raised me. So my aunt mom. So I remember I was pregnant with Keisha. It was right before I went to Germany. And I went to go get I said I was going to go shop for my son because I was about to go into labor. So I'm going to get his summer clothes and stuff. I came in the house. Jackie done cooked pig ears in my goddamn house. I said, Mom, what is that? I was pregnant as shit. Like it was almost time. Like it had to be like the end of May because Keisha's birthday June the 9th. So it was either end of May or that very first couple of days of June. Mom, what is that? She said, girl, I had cooked some pig ears, but don't worry, I bleached the pot. I said, no, you don't worry because you can take that pot right out the house right now.
Pot corroded now. Can't deal with it.
And she would always tell her friends, she said, nigga, don't play that motherfucker shit. She said, she told me I could take that damn pot right with me. You sure can?
For real.
I love you to death, but I'm not cooking that. And Mom, you should know. Even the fact you know I was pregnant. My sensitive smell. I felt so fucking sick. I said, what in the fuck was that? And then she laughed and told me, girl, they was good. I said, first of all, why is you eating somebody's ear? Where's the meat? Where's the meat in that? I know my ear, and this is bristle. This is all bristle.
About none of this here, no.
But just think, but
look, I don't want no pig ear, pig tail.
Right. Yeah, Tracy
guess
said,
what? I'm not eating nobody chicken feet soup.
About that foresaw, and Leah said, not
Never.
What she say?
Leah
not
said,
chitterlings. Hamadia saying chitterlings. Chitterlings.
Yeah. I mean, but it's not for everybody, and people have to realize that we being the people that we are, when we started eating that, we ate that because we started making delicacies out of the things that they wanted to throw away.
It was all we had. And you know what? And I always say that. We as a people, have been the most resourceful motherfuckers, period. Mm-hmm. Because we make, like they said, the scraps. I love me some motherfucking turkey necks. Matter of fact, I made them for dinner yesterday. Sure the fuck did. Turkey necks and gravy and some motherfucking string beans and that motherfucking rice and them sweet potatoes. I love
the real pit all day long.
They will tell you that when you take it upon yourself to cook greens, don't throw away the juice because it has healing properties in it.
Absolutely.
That's why I
had no doggone green soup.
Listen, I always put my greens in a bowl so that I can drink it. It will clean you out. I make greens when I feel like I need a flush. Greens. The other day, Lily said, Grandma, what's these bag of leaves? Y'all seen when I made that pasta the other day? That ravioli and had the spinach and stuff in it. She said, Grandma, what else supposed to put these bag of leaves? I said, first of all, little girl, it's spinach. And
Right.
maybe you wasn't so damn picky. That's all right. I'm gonna
You
go
be
back to
eating it
making
too.
smoothies. Look, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go back to making smoothies. She ain't gonna. She ain't know what she
She'll
was
never
doing.
know
She
the
ain't gonna know
difference.
now. Long
Right.
as I put a
She'll
bunch of
never know the
berries in there,
difference.
I put spinach, kale, carrots, all that shit
As
in
long
there.
as it tastes sweet, that's all they care about.
That's all they
Well,
care
look,
about.
this is what I need y'all to do, and y'all work with me here. What I'm gonna do is I always tell y'all about all the children that I had. I'm actually
Mm-hmm.
gonna show y'all a picture, my version of a family portrait. It's not the ordinary family portrait I'm trying to tell you. And when you look at this, I made a promise to you guys that my first show in January, I'm gonna name all of my children on my show. Now, y'all look at this. Y'all know this is the endeavor all by itself, okay?
Wow.
That's
After
me.
mommy, that's shit on you.
Mm-hmm. And see, I see Nisi in there, and Merrick, and Tony. Yeah, I know a few of the kids already.
Oh,
Those are all of my damn children. And by my first show
oh,
in January, I'm gonna give you all their names, and I will be looking at that
Right.
flyer and writing the name
Yeah,
by
Tracy
post
said.
and writing the names down
Tracy
as
said
I look.
the collard green juice is called pot liquor, y'all. That's right,
hot
Tracy.
Yeah,
liquor,
pot
yes,
liquor.
yes,
Yeah,
yes, hot liquor.
And Leah
yes.
said I had some leftover greens with my chicken wings for lunch at work. Drink that juice right on down. That's right.
Sure did. Know what else, Ju? If y'all love pickles, well, kosher dill pickles.
Mm-hmm.
I like pickles.
I don't want no, ma'am, no,
Oh, I'm
ma'am.
sorry. Too much. It could never be too much. That's why I'm called Hey Bitches. But go ahead. I'm sorry,
Never
girl.
too much, never too much, never too much.
See,
Never
Come
too
on,
much,
Luther.
honey.
this ain't
Come
Drizzy
on,
T.
Luther.
I can't call Miss Red right now to come get you, H2.
No,
Ooh.
you cannot, and
You
I'm
know
glad
what's up,
about it.
like
Because if
Miss
he was in here, I would be
Red?
acting like if Reg was in here, I'll be acting like the virgin that I am.
Oh Lord.
This my
Oh,
line. Let me tell it.
and what you say, JoJo? He knew we wouldn't like the chili. Well, Helena like them.
Yeah,
Like the
but
chili.
I don't. I'm the kind of person that I really have certain things in my
uh-uh.
life. I have to have the
Leah
taste.
said she just threw her scarf across the room.
What she say?
She said, I just
She
threw
threw
my
the
scarf
scarf
across the
across the
room.
room.
Oh, I'm sorry, girl, but it's okay, honey. You know what? Let me tell you something. You know, y'all. When I used to perform, I used to do Shirley Murdoch as we lay, right? And that used to be one of my trademarks, my tongue, right? So
Mm.
then one night I was singing and I forgot, honey, I was singing a gospel song. And my daughter looked at me, she was like, Mommy, that is not the thing to do with that. So I said, girl, I'm so sorry. I said, don't judge me, damn it.
I listen. Do what my mom used to do. What Jack used to say. The Lord, He know me.
Mm. Okay,
He know me.
random thought. I've been listening to that Sade, Love is Stronger Than Pride. I love that album.
Ooh.
I love
Okay.
that album, the whole thing. Haunt me
Well,
in my
like I told you
dreams.
guys, every every second Monday of the month we're gonna call it Hey Bitches Name That Tune Night. But this time we're not
Ooh.
gonna go as in depth as it did last time. This time around I may play maybe a chord. You know what I'm saying? Because
We might just hum it so that way we don't
I
get
also
shit.
gotta make sure that I put enough words though that they won't try to slap my shit. Cause you know, Miss Facebook, they've been going through some shit here lately. But I don't know
Mm.
if because more people are actually doing podcasts now than ever before, which I probably think it is. Because like I said earlier, Earth hit the people from StreamYard and they say most of that issue that we have is coming from Facebook. And they say they have hit Facebook up
Right.
numerous times and Facebook act like they just don't want to correct the problem.
Attention, Facebook, if you're listening. If you find a way where we can get the use of the songs and whatnot for a very small nominal fee, I'd be with it. I'm just saying.
Me
I
too.
don't have any problem with that.
Because
But
at the end of the day,
I
these
just think
channels are not monetized. Like, not my YouTube channel is not monetized, so we're not making money off of it. So
Right.
being
no,
able to play it, the
I'm
only
not. And see,
time
my
they're
thing is
supposed to
like
flag us is if your page is monetized.
Right.
right,
If they can be
like
taking that
Nikki
stuff
said
and be like,
today.
yeah, I'm getting paid for
This,
that.
like Nikki said today, this weekend they're gonna try to shoot to do a StreamYard tour, and that's the thing that's gonna keep this village strong is us doing the stuff that we're good at and sharing it with everybody else. It does us no good to not share information. That's why all of us have a different platform. Aunt Nikki can reach people I can't reach. I can reach people she can't reach. But collectively, we're trying to get all those people to come in one space.
Yep.
Right.
Me and them, I love like when he's over there when they talk about sports and stuff like that because we like it. I want to now. I can honestly say that since when we first was boycotting the NFL, I really hadn't been watching football. This how much I'm dedicated to shit that I believe in. Y'all know that was the year that the Eagles won the Super Bowl.
Yep.
I didn't see it.
Wow.
I didn't see it. I didn't see not one game that season. Not one game that season, except for the one time we went to the bar, the sports bar.
Okay,
and it was up on the screen.
I'm about to read.
But I didn't watch it.
I'm about to read these comments, and you gonna read JoJo comment. I ain't going there. Okay.
Oh Lord, no, JoJo.
Okay. Leah said, "I love Sade. I don't get how they are. There are people out here that don't like her music. I can go on for about a couple hours about Sade. I know
because Sade is a vibe, and if you don't know how to get in that, you have to be able to have something in you.
When I tell you,
to be able to recognize it.
When I tell you I love Helen Sade Adu, I really do. I hate that Kobe came out because she was supposed to come out with an album this year, and she probably didn't because of Kobe. I hope that's still gonna happen, and she's still going to do too. Because I will be there. If it's a couple $100 a seat, I will be there. Man,
but you know what? Music is like mostly anything that we deal with in life. It's an acquired taste. I'm very, very eclectic when it comes down to music. I like opera. I like country western. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, I'm not too hip on heavy metal. That's a little bit.
I was gonna say I don't like grunge and I don't like heavy metal.
I fuck with heavy metal. Metallica,
but not all Metallica is all heavy metal. It can be hard rock.
Exactly.
But you know what? I like rock. I like rock, but I don't like heavy metal and grunge.
I like early rock. You know, like Van Halen.
Yeah, like I said, like I'm talking about.
Look at this. This is why Eric ain't want to read it. That damn JoJo.
Well, JoJo, I love you deep down in my soul, but take it from an elder. That's not true.
What?
Some big pickle.
Especially if they don't know what to do with it. Especially if they don't know what to do with it. Because having a big one and not knowing what to do with it, you might as well not have it.
But listen to me, honey, and I'm paraphrasing things. What you see is not always what you get. You see what I'm saying? Just because it look like a kosher pickle don't mean it's a kosher pickle.
Well,
and I'm the queen of kosherness, goddamn it. I'm the queen of kosher, bitch. Everything that look kosher ain't.
Talking about you about to eat some damn chitlins.
Right. See, I started some now. Tracy said, I love
look, and on top of that, I'm the Secretary of Trade, and I'm a whole virgin. Anything else?
Hold on. Leah said, I dated a woman who didn't like Sade because to her, all the music sounded the same. Hell with her, Leah. And she said the same thing about Prince. That's the
How old was she? She must be young.
You don't mess with Prince or Sade, you got to get up out of here, girl. You don't know no real music.
And
Tracy said some pickles are sour, JoJo.
They sure is.
You know, and like Aunt Nikki was saying before she got to put it out. And in all honesty, kosher dill pickles, the juice, they have a certain thing that would turn you around, the pickle juice, but not sweet pickle. I'm talking about kosher.
No, it has to be kosher dill pickles.
Yes.
And it'll lower your blood pressure.
Right.
And for the people who are out there on this weight loss journey like we are, a slice of like, you know how you get the whole ones, right? Usually when they come in a jar, like I love Vlasic, right? Vlasic dill. One of those is only 5 calories. So you can eat that whole fucking jar and not feel no type of way and be healthy and everything. And then drink the juice and keep your blood pressure down.
Right, so remember what pickles really is. They cucumbers.
But see,
and some vinegar and some pickling sauce.
Pickle juice and apple cider vinegar is good to lower your blood.
Yep. Yeah. I like that part.
And I ran out of my blood pressure medicine, and I got a big old bottle of apple cider vinegar in there until I get back to the doctor. Because the bitch ain't got no insurance, I got to pay for that shit out of pocket.
Listen, y'all, I want y'all to realize everything that we said to y'all tonight, we want y'all to take it to heart. And everything that I say to y'all, I encourage y'all to research it. And I'll give you an example. I don't care what church I go to. I don't care what scripture somebody reads out the Bible. I need to go home and dissect that for myself. All this information I gave you in the technology we in, as I say, Google me, bitch. Google the information. It's fine.
Okay, Helena.
It's hard to do
tonight, and people starting to say goodbye to us. We might want to wrap it up.
Okay, because it's 12 o'clock, and I done missed half of Perry Mason.
You know how she is about Perry Mason.
Well, this is what I want to do before we go. I just want to, I want us to close out. I want us to have a word of prayer real quick, so we can.
Right on.
Because the word of God tells us that when 2 or 3 are gathered in His name, He'll be in the midst. Okay.
Absolutely.
Father God, in the name of Jesus, we come to you just to say thank you. We thank you for allowing us to see another day that we've never seen before, and we'll never see this day again. God, I ask you to cover each and every last one of us in your blood and keep us in perfect peace. God, teach us to love like we've never loved, and teach us to give like we never give, and teach us to love you like we've never loved you. God, we're asking you for all these things. We're asking you that anybody that's sick among us, God, heal them. Anybody that's depressed among us, God, give them comfort and peace. And we'll be always so careful to give you the praise, the glory, and the honor. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
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 Ooh, child, y'all saw Evangelist Helena tonight, honey. Y'all know I'm multi-talented, honey. I do it all, honey. Gobble, 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 bitches. Oh.
Oh, thank you, JoJo. You guys, we love y'all. And who's on tomorrow?
Okay, I'm about to go there 1 second. Hold on, let me get.
I was going to say, is it me? Because y'all know I don't be doing shit. Who the hell is on tomorrow?
I got to give me 1 second. Okay, Leah said, which was shocking to me. She liked most music, but to her, Princess Sade wasn't it. So she wasn't it. Gia Say Smith Thomas is in the building.
Hey, I accepted your friendship the other day.
She said, pray in Jesus' name, good God. Great show, Leah says. Okay, so yeah, I'm glad we all finally worked out our technical difficulties and got with H2. I swear next Monday, we're going to work this out. Remember.
We can check it. We can check it early. We can check it early. So if something going wrong on your end, then we'll come on one of ours and we can go it on time.
We're going to have our whole plan together. Don't even worry about it. But
let me give me a second, Earth. Everybody, don't forget. Please do not forget. I'm still willing to do the Zoom exercising class with everybody. I'm still
we need
willing
to. You
to do
guys
it.
don't need to start telling us like when everybody's like free, so we can maybe come up with a time. I don't mean no damn harm. I don't want to exercise at night because then I ain't gonna be able to go to sleep.
I wouldn't advise it to be at night either. But what I want to do is I want to teach you guys. I'm going to teach you guys exercises, even from sitting down in the chair. I'm going to teach you exercises that you can do even if you're laying in your bed.
Yup. Because I do it all. When I don't feel good, that's what I be in there doing. Because I want to still move.
I'm going to teach you exercise that if you don't have free weights and you have big cans or something in your cabinet, that's going to be your free weights. I'm going to teach you all of that. I'm going to teach you all that to let you know.
Your own body. When people can learn how to use their own body.
Going to the gym is good, but if you cannot afford to go to the gym, oh honey, mother got a way that you can still get exercise, even if you take it upon yourself every day to walk 5 blocks a day. That's the start.
Okay. Quick question, Nikki. Tracy wants to know, where's Big Meech? Haven't seen him lately.
Big Meech is nice and fine, and he is at work right now. He was in Savannah all weekend. That's why we didn't do Dish and Tea this weekend. We was all taking a break. Everybody needed a little, some woosah stuff. Because like we said, the village, everybody in this village got some shit going on. Absolutely. And my big brother needed to rest.
Right, and like I said,
I spoke to him earlier today. I was supposed to run over there. I went and got him something, but I didn't get a chance. I didn't get back before it was time for him to go to work. But he's fine, and we will talk to him probably. I'll make sure he's in somebody broadcast tomorrow.
Okay, well, Going to that. Okay, tomorrow I am doing Get Off My Lawn Live. We're doing it 8:45. But me and Pat got something that we need to work on right quick before that.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Pat went to bed, but she know what it is. Okay, anyway, 8:45 tomorrow. We're gonna talk about the usual trending topics, but we also gonna talk about the latest on the vaccine situation, and as we still determine whether we're gonna take it or not or what have you. And then we also gonna talk about some two serious issues: depression during the holiday season and suicide. Because unfortunately, this time of year, those two things kind of go hand in hand. So,
Okay, well, listen, if you're going to talk about that, if you're streaming on YouTube, you can't say that word.
okay, I did not know that.
What?
The S word that he just said.
I did not.
Wow.
You can actually say somebody harming themselves or their demise to themselves or whatever, but you can't say the S word.
Okie dokie.
I will tell everybody this. I love everybody and I'm down with everybody, but I will tell you this. I'll talk and I'll listen to anything that you tell me, and it's always going to be kept confidential. But listen to me. This is real talk. If we ever talk and you say you feel like hurting yourself, I have no choice but to call the authorities. Plain and simple.
That's it. I'm telling you right now. I'm calling.
Okay, well,
That was why, and I'm glad you guys. I hope nobody was offended when I did our wellness check today. When I did the wellness check, I just felt like something in my spirit said, "Let's check on everybody."
And Eric, thank you for, I don't know who did it, but thank you all guys very much for initiating the group. Because even when we don't have these podcasts, we still have a way.
That was me.
Thank you.
That was me. That's what I said. I did the wellness check. That was me. Because what I did was I checked on y'all two first.
Mm-hmm.
And then something said, and I just created the group.
Right.
And let's just say everybody all right. Let us know something.
In my little pre-broadcast yesterday, I talked about that, and like soon after that, it happened. So I figured.
That's what the village is all about. Us reaching. That's like I told y'all. I'm telling y'all this before we go. I always thought that I was too old to get new friends, but you guys proved me wrong.
I thought that same way too.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
I ain't gonna lie.
That Drake life.
I'm the most. You know how they say I'm the most social introvert.
That's me.
Because when I'm out, I'm social as hell, but I would rather be in the house. I would rather be in the house.
Right.
So this has shown me that I can care about other people. Well, I've always cared about other people, but feeling like the genuine,
yes,
being able to care about people and not have to feel like what they want.
Right.
And sometimes
that's how I feel about you guys. When I met you guys, I felt as though that I met the general artifacts. Because
listen,
one thing I will
remember
say,
Helena, when I went to Philly that one time and I came in on the show when you was doing the show, I said, "Hold me down, Helena." Remember? Do you remember that?
Say that again.
Philly. Do you remember the one time I went to Philly and you did the show with Meech? And I came and I said, "Hold me down, Helena."
Right.
And holding me down ever since, baby.
My thing is, iron sharpens iron. You guys are iron to me. You, JoJo, Miss Pat, Amy, Eric, Coach B, Coach Will, Big Meech, Big Red. Y'all, Tracy, all you guys are iron to me. And I know, and I feel comfortable that now depression ain't going away with me at this particular point in time, but I have an outlet now.
I was getting ready to say, sometimes when we have these things, we just have to learn better ways to deal with them. Sometimes we have moments and whatnot, and I'm glad that we have this now, and we have other people that we talk to that are on here with us and stuff, and they know that they can say some things. I'm praying that our group chats get to be the same. Let me tell y'all something. I got a group chat with my kids, right? It be the funniest shit ever seen in my life, because y'all know all my kids is grown now. But they say the funniest shit. So like I'm gonna tell you this real quick. Last week or so, I forgot the password to one of the shits, Disney Plus or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I get the group chat and I say, "Hey, I forgot the password, so I had to change it." Now, my two youngest sons gonna say, "Well, will we get this?" Well, where the fuck you two bastards been? Because we had Disney Plus since Disney Plus came the fuck out. If you go on Disney Plus, you'll see you got your own goddamn profile and everything. I said, matter of fact, we got Disney Plus and we got the ESPN and Hulu package.
Oh, see that?
One son of us said, "Well, when we get this lit?" And then my daughter said, well, mommy came to my house and signed me in on everything. Hey, so our things be funny all day long. Or somebody say something, my daughter be like, I'm telling. I'm
Well,
snitching. I'm telling.
I'm gonna tell
And I
y'all
want
this.
to be able to have that with y'all, to just be having fun. Like somebody just say something, you see them weird ass memes or something real crazy and just put it in the group chat, make everybody
Right.
laugh.
So next time
Guess what
somebody
I'm gonna do
tells
for
you about to lose your job or something like that, go on and run that. Cause I'll be
this
Yes.
is
about that for hours.
this is what I'm gonna do next week, just for those who want to. Next week at Monday. Now this is something that's gonna be amazing to some people. Next Monday, I'm gonna go on Zoom and I'm gonna invite certain people, and y'all are gonna have. I'm not gonna do it on my show, but before the show, y'all gonna have the opportunity to see Derek transition from Derek to Helene.
Oh
That's gonna be
wow.
dope.
Oh
That's
wow.
gonna be so dope. And I
Okay.
know it's gonna be dope because we filmed Meech going from Meech to
Samantha.
Okay.
Samantha Stevens Divinity. Yes.
Yeah.
So that is so dope. Oh
Okay.
my God. But we
So
need
I'm
to
gonna
get
say,
together that line dance though. Cause y'all know
yeah.
I told y'all don't judge me. I don't know how to do that.
Hey, I don't either. Okay, yeah. Leah's saying keep doing the wellness checks. I love it. I do one every month for my military buddies anyway. And Tracy saying that is much needed. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. All right, so
Guess what?
Eric, so you go on at 8:45 tomorrow, right?
Yes. And
So
also,
you guys, you remember
also
when I talked to Shaka and Azini last week? So they reached back out to me.
okay.
They want to talk again, but not like about Nature Boy and stuff like that. I guess about like their healthy living and stuff like that, just to let people know their lifestyle. Like I said, I don't think I could ever become all the way vegan because I love my fucking crabs too much.
No.
I'm
Can't
just
Well, I
telling you
can't
that.
become all the way vegan because I like meat.
I can't with you. Which
Y'all
meat?
taking it all the wrong way. Why would I say something about my meat?
Because of the way you said it. But that don't mean we can't learn some healthy dishes and stuff from them. You know
Right,
what I'm saying? Because
right.
Shaka is an actual chef. Shaka's a chef.
right.
So we're gonna bring them back on when they really reach back out to me because I really did talk to them after. He has that cookbook and they only have the digital download. So I showed him the way we did it for Lily
Mm-hmm.
to be able to publish his thing. And they've been reaching back out and talking back and forth and stuff. So,
Okay.
we the village, so we gotta take care of the children.
This is my vegan thing. I make a wonderful tossed salad.
Just nasty.
I love y'all. What? Y'all know I'm
Bye,
the best.
y'all.
Ain't no hate bitches out here.
You better act right.
All right, I love y'all.
We will see y'all tomorrow, though. We'll see Eric tomorrow on the screen. Me and Helena see y'all in the comments tomorrow. Come
Absolutely.
on, her.
Right. Like I said, get off my lawn 8:45 tomorrow. Please be there. Until then,
We'll be there. We love y'all. Y'all be good and keep each other lifted up in prayer. Good night, y'all. Love y'all.
Good night, good night, good night, good night.
all right. Hey,
I
bitches, we
forgot I
out.
gotta end it, huh? Look, I forgot I gotta end it.
There you go.
See y'all.